Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so now we have the kickoff is on the way. And so Tampa Bay with the return, and he takes it all the way to about the 22-yard line. And that is where the Buccaneers start off offensively. But wait a second, was it a fumble? Wait, did he start off with a fumble? Seriously? Wow, talk about a way to start off the game and not the way that you would have wanted to here. And so let's see the replay on the kickoff here. And so already, again, first play of the game, literally. Ooh, the ball does come out. So it is Kansas City football. How about that to get things started here? Wow. And so Jay says, Chiefs, baby, what's good with you, Jay? What's good with you? And so, Michael, what's good with you, Michael? How are you doing? And so, yeah, first play of the game already here. That would be a massive mistake here by the Buccaneers here to give Kansas City and just gift wrap them with the ball right here. But how are you guys doing in this so far today? And so, how about that for a plot twist? Kansas City taking over here from the Buccaneers 21-yard line here after the special team mistake by Tampa Bay. We got shotgun formation here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. They're going to give it to the back. In the back, Clyde. And so Clyde with the nice carry here. He picks up about a good 5 yards on the carry. And so Michael says he's okay. That's great. That's great. Ben, what's good with you? You say good start? How about that? How about that? And so Mike says, Zappy great. And so, hey, I mean, he did look good, but he didn't finish. Didn't finish. And so that's what it all comes down to is being able to finish. But he did catch my attention. All right, but here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. 16 yards away from the end zone here. 2nd and 5 here. Shotgun. Travis Kelce goes in motion, trips over the top of the formation. Mahomes with the football, throws it, and it's caught by Kelce. And Kelce's going to get the touchdown here. And so that's certainly not going to help my fantasy football team, but that is certainly a good touchdown for Kansas City here. Again, 2 plays, 21 yards, 42 seconds during time possession. And just like that, if you're going to make mistakes and cough up the football that close, then expect Kansas City to go in there and pretty much make it do what it do. And so, but Jay says, let's go, quick start. Ben says, call him Scrappy Zappy. Ha ha! I like it, Ben. I like it. I do like it. But yes, that's a wonderful touchdown there. And so, yeah, it's going to help my opponent in fantasy football in the other league, though. But absolutely. Now we got the extra point attempt coming up. Let's see if the kicker can make the extra point here. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. So Tampa Bay trailing right now 7-0 to Kansas City after, of course, that mistake on the first kickoff of the game here. And so they say special teams matter, and that's exactly why. If they make a mistake, you give your opponent 7 points to start off here. And so Brady and of course, not happy about that. But let's see what the Buccaneers offense look like next, assuming that they will get an offensive address of possession coming up here. But great start. Excellent start here for Kansas City. This is how you dream it off. You know you get the ball in the second half first, and basically you got the ball the first half first. I mean, come on, that's a great start right there. Let's see, Jay says, I enjoyed your top 25 video, JB. Any college football fans here need to check it out. I appreciate that, Jay. Appreciate that. Yeah, I was sure to make sure I got it done this week. But yeah, massive fumble there. But let's see if he recovers. Let's see if they trust him again on special teams to return it. And let's see if this time he holds on to the ball. And just like that. Again, big game here. Kansas City had a slip up last week, a game that they know they should have won. So, hey, they're going to take it out on Tampa Bay today. Kickoff on the way, and let's see. All right, we're going to get a return. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25, and brought down at about the 27, 28-yard line here. And that is when Tampa Bay is going to start off. So now starting off trailing 7-0. Let's see what Tampa Bay is going to look like here. Obviously for Tampa Bay here, you got Mike Evans back. You got Chris Owens back. You got Julio Jones back. And so now does this mean we're going to see the old Tom Brady back, or will we see the Tom Brady that's been looking old this season? We're going to find out here shortly. But here we go from them from their own 28-yard line here. Tight end goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. Tom Brady up under center here. And let's go. Takes a snap. Going to give it to Leonard Fournette off the right side. And he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Now we got 2nd down coming up here. Jay says, got to stop Fournette tonight, Kansas City. And so Lewis, what's good with you? And you say, hey, let's go. And so did you take the over or under in this one? Let me know. All right, but 2nd and 7 here. Brady up under center. Gage goes in motion. Take the snap. He's looking. Gonna throw it to Leonard Fournette, and Leonard Fournette off the left side here picked up the first down. Still running. He's still running at the 50. Trucks somebody all the way down to about the 44-yard line of Kansas City. And so obviously with that much more talent back on offense here, that is sure to help this Buccaneers offense move the ball more. Lewis said he took the under in this one, under 57. And so right now Lewis is like, just slow it down, guys. Slow it down. But I'm right there with you, Lewis. I'm right there with you. I'm going against both of these quarterbacks in two different fantasy football leagues, so I do not mind if they slow it down. All right, but here we go. 1st and 10 here. Brady takes a snap here. Looking. Throws it to the left, and it's caught by his tight end, Cameron Brate, and that's going to be a pickup of 11 yards on the play. And so Mike says Brady GOAT. And so, okay, bet. And congrats to your Bills, Mike, for pulling out a tough one. But I really wish that Josh Allen could have gave me a little bit more fantasy football points. That would have been nice. And Gabriel Davis, I need more from Gabriel Davis, Mike. I really do. All right, but here we go. From the 39-yard line of the Chiefs, they're going to give it to Leonard Fournette, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 4 yards on the play. So now we're going to be looking at 2nd and 14 coming up here from the Kansas City 38-yard line. Again, this is technically the first drive of the game here for the Buccaneers offensively here, and under 12 minutes to go here in the first quarter with Kansas City up 7-0 so far. Mike says, Coach Dangerous opponent. State of pros, and so bet. Jay says they are using Fournette so much so far, and so they've had no choice so far this season. But here we go. Brady looks, throws it over the middle, and that's going to be completed to Chris Godwin. And so that's right. He's got his guys back now, so could be bad news for me in fantasy. All right, but here we go. And again, Chris Godwin playing, I believe, just his second game this season. All right, but here we go. 3rd and 4 now. All right, so Brady's going to be in the shotgun here. Again, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap here. Chiefs in the 4. Throws Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette trying to force his way forward. Going to pick up about a yard on the play, but not enough for the first down. Now we got 3rd and 3 coming up right now from the Chiefs' 27-yard line. So that should bring out the field goal unit. Again, the score right now is Kansas City 7, Tampa Bay 0, but they're trying to get their first points of the game. Let's see, Mike says Raiders not good. Raiders got some work to do. They got some work to do, that's for sure. Mike says, should Hackett be fired? And so I'd say no, Mike. I'd say no. It's way too early for that. Give him some time to learn the rope as being a head coach. But here we go. 45 yard field goal attempt is up, and that is good. So the score right now: Kansas City 7, Tampa Bay 3. So Tampa Bay, their first offensive possession of the game, able to take it down for 3 points there. And so now they'll be kicking things off when we get back here in the first quarter with 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go. And so Ben says Raiders should be using Josh Jacobs like that every week. Now I do agree with that. And so Carmichael, what's good with you? How are you doing? And you say, hey JB, I am happy we lost, especially with what I seen from Pickett. So you say you're happy that you guys lost. Or with the loss, because you got to see Kenny Pickett. And so Kenny Pickett, I mean, he did have the 3 turnovers, but most of those wasn't his fault there. But it was great to see him out there, and the offense did respond positively to him being out there. So I feel like as a coach, now's the time to go ahead and make that switch, because the offense looked dead before he got in there. It really did. Jay says, let's see if Kansas City can commit to running the ball this week, unlike last week. Mike says your boy Baker is terrible. He's not my boy. Kansas City says 10 points. I'm sorry. Lewis says 10 points already. And so, yeah, Lewis, it happened fast. Carmichael says Pickett did good in my opinion. 3 picks, but one of them was all Chase Claypool's fault. And so Yeah, give them a full week of practice. With the first team, it'll get better. It'll get better. But again, right now, currently at the commercial here, both teams have had the football first. And so, again, when it came to the first quarter that Kansas City had, they basically got a gift from Tampa Bay special teams, fumbled the ball. They took over at the 21, 2 plays. It was a touchdown. Last time out there for Tampa Bay, though, was able to drive it down and get a field goal. And so now we'll get to see, hopefully, Kansas City offense come out here next once we come back from the commercial. Let's see, Carmichael says, Pickett is the future of the Steelers. We need to start him against Buffalo next week. Ooh, you guys got Buffalo next week. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting matchup there. All right, but again, still right now at the commercial. Ben says Kenny Pickett has an appropriate name for a three-pick debate game. Carmichael says, JB, I am losing to you, I think, by 2 points. And so, yeah, I've got my eyes on my fantasy football team for sure. Got my eyes on them for sure. I need Clyde Edwards-Helaire to step up and have a big game here and make sure that Juju Smith-Schuster doesn't do too much. All right, but coming back here from the commercial, Mike says, finally an easy game for the Bills. Carmichael says, not funny, Ben. Mike says, we need a break. All right, so getting ready here for the kickoff here. And again, on this Sunday night football game, on a day that we had a lot of good football earlier today. I feel like there was a lot of close games in the earlier windows. Let's see if this one's going to be another one. All right, so they're lining up for the kickoff here. Again, the score right now, Kansas City 7, Tampa Bay 3. And with that, kickoff on the way, and let's see if the Chiefs will return this kick. And he will. He's at the 5, the 10, 15, and 20, all the way to about the 21-yard line. That's exactly where the Chiefs will take over here offensively with the football here for their second offensive possession of the game. This time, though, they'll be starting off from their own 21 as opposed to Tampa Bay's 21. So let's see how the offense looks here. All right, let's see. Carmichael says, Mike. Braden says, hey, JB, go Pack, go. And so I hear you, Braden. I hear you. But how are you doing? Lewis says Geno Smith did good today. And so that he did. It was a high-scoring affair in that matchup. But here we go for the Chiefs here. Line up in 5 wide. Clyde Edwards-Helaire goes in motion. Patrick Mahomes moving around. He's looking, still moving. Throws it, and it's caught by Travis Kelce. He's getting Kelce involved early in this one. And that's going to be a first down. Picked up 12 yards on the play. So now we got 1st and 10 right now from the Chiefs' 33-yard line. Again, that time they started off in 5 wide there. Tampa Bay had 3 guys on the line. And so Patrick Mahomes moving around in the pocket there was able to buy some time and find his guy, Travis Kelce. Sometimes you got to make it simple. Get the ball into your playmaker hands. Let them do the work. Let's see. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Take the snap. Quick pass there to Hardman. Hardman splitting defenders here and going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. So now we're looking at 2nd and 6 coming up here from the 37-yard line of the Chiefs here. All right, let's see. Carmichael says, I hope the Bills lose to the Steelers for the upset and Pickett does great. Jay says Kelce getting work in early. And Carmichael says George Pickens had 107 receiving yards. And so, hey, that's nice. That is nice. That is nice. All right, here we go. Shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Mahomes gets the snap, quick pass here to Kelce. And so Kelce, he's rumbling forward, and he's going to get just enough to get that. Let's see if they mark it for the first down or not. I thought he got it. Let's see what they say. That's a pickup of about a good 5 yards here. Let's see if they call it a first down. Let's see. Mike says, why not cover Kelce? Brandon says, doing good, JB. This has been the best NFL Sunday so far for me. Really now? Really now? Let me know why. All right, but here we go. 3rd and inches coming up. So they say that he was a little short there. So they say 3rd and inches. Shouldn't be too far from the first down marker here. Let's see what they call. Again, here in the first quarter with 8 minutes and 16 seconds to go. And we got a timeout that was called out there. And that timeout was called by Kansas City. Their first timeout of the game. Again, here in the first quarter, 8 minutes and 16 seconds to go, and the Chiefs up 7-3 right now. Chiefs with the football facing 3rd and inches from their own 42-yard line. All right, let's see. Mike says Bill's finally going to be getting players back. Mike says both defensive tackles, Jordan Phillips and Ed Oliver, should return. Ben said Kelce's the best tight end a quarterback could ever ask for. Carmichael says, I have Juju in fantasy and Allen Robinson tomorrow, JB. And so, yeah, bet. Yeah. And so I did notice that. And so I need Clyde Edwards-Helaire to keep doing what he's been doing all season long. That has been my fantasy team, and I really need that today. So we will see. We will see. And again, right now we're currently at the commercial here, not missing anything. Kansas City did call the timeout. And again, when we return, it will be third and inches here from the Chiefs' 42-yard line. Again, the Chiefs up 7-3 right now here in the first quarter. Right now, let's see. All right, so Lewis says, how many tablets will Brady break today? I'm going to go with none, Lewis. I'm going to go with the under. I'm going to say none. Mike says, Rose debate, Trey Wright return. Let's see. Braden says, doing good in my pick'em, and it looks like I'm going to win all my fantasy matchups. And so I did see that your team exceeded even your expectations heading into the matchup. Jay says, did the Georgia game scare you, JB? And so, hey, I did notice the game there, and so I kind of sort of wanted to see the upset. I was rooting for Mizzou. I was, nothing against Georgia and stuff like that, but I was rooting for the underdog there. They're not my team, but hey, Georgia came through. When I saw they scored that first touchdown in the fourth quarter, I said, yep, they got it. There was too much time on the clock, but it was interesting. But at that point, I was like, I guess. And so, but again, still right now at the commercial. Let's see. Carmichael says, I just want Kenny to start next week. Mike says 4 games. Christian McCaffrey not IR yet. Braden says also the Packers won. And so we get it, Braden. We get it. Jay says, oh, I guess you're an Ohio State fan. I forgot. And so absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Braden says, it was closer than I would have liked it, though. Carmichael said, I didn't think the fantasy game would be this close. And so, yeah, this is the worst game that Josh Allen had, I guess, in fantasy terms so far this season. And so that didn't help me. Ben said, that's the Ohio State University. That's right, Ben. Tell him. Ben knows. But again, while we're still right now at the commercial, make sure you guys press the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, guys. And so this is going to be a great matchup. I just know it's going to be a great game from start to finish here. But here we go. Now we're returning back to the action here. And so let's see if they're showing a replay to see exactly where he was. You see the knee was down right there. And so we got 3rd and 1 here. Mahomes up under center here. Bunch of tight ends here. One receiver went back in the backfield. Travis Kelce goes in motion. Takes a snap here. Fakes it. He's going to look to throw it. They got him. He flings it up there, and it's caught by Juju. And so that's going to be a pickup of 4 yards and a first down, more importantly, for the Kansas City offense. And so let's see. Braden says your pass played really well, JB. And so, yeah, appreciate that. I mean, I was surprised to see we had to go down to our 3rd-string quarterback, but absolutely. Carmichael says, I am pretty sure we started 1-3 last year. Same for the Patriots. Last year we started 1-3 as well, so we're right back where we were last year. Hopefully we can do like we did last year and get on some type of a win streak, but it's going to be a lot more difficult this year. All right, but here we go to the shotgun. Mahomes on the move. Still looking and ends up throwing the ball away. So I had to throw that ball away. Nobody open. So 2nd and 10. So right now at their own 46-yard line. So far on the drive, 5 plays, about 25 yards, and about 2 minutes and 35 seconds in turn time possession so far on this drive here in the first quarter with 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Again, the Chiefs up right now 7-3 over the Buccaneers. And so far in this game, it's been a lot of the Chiefs offense so far here. And here we go. Still trying to see if they can move the ball here. But here we go. 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation here. Let's see, you got about 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Tight end goes in motion here, and that's Travis Kelce. Takes a snap. Buccaneers send 3. Throws it. Caught by Kelce. No, he actually dropped the ball. Actually dropped it, so it's incomplete. That time he hit Kelce there. He's looking for Kelce early and often here so far in this one, but he dropped that one. And in a big game like this, of course, you're going to aim for the guys that you really trust the most, and that's why he's targeting Travis Kelce a lot in this one so far. And so, Golf Productions, what's good with you? How about them Vikings early this morning, though, to get football started off the right way? Vikings and Saints game was a better game than I thought it was going to be. I will not admit that I was wrong. I thought that game was going to be, I didn't think it was going to be like a blowout, but I didn't think it was going to be as exciting as it was. And so, but it really was. All right, but here we go for the Chiefs. Mahomes throws it, and this time completed to Kelce. And that's going to be yet another first down. 13 yards. 13 yards for the first down. And so here we go, 1st and 10 right now at the Buccaneers' 41-yard line. And let's see, Mike says, was raining. Bills receiver could not catch. Jay says, wow. Ben says so slippery. Braden says Mahomes doing Mahomes things. Wow. And so Allen, what's good with you, Allen? And so Allen says lucky win for UGA yesterday. But here we go. This time we got Mahomes up under center here. Trips towards the bottom of the formation here. One receiver at the top, one back in the backfield. Going to give it to the back. And so the back, run it. And so he gets tripped up there. We're going to pick up about a good 8 yards on the play. And so big time play. Now we got 2nd and 3 coming up here. 2nd and about 3 coming up here at Tampa Bay's 33-yard line. Again, here in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first. All right, let's see. Carmichael says, Mike, stop with the excuses. Mike says, no, it was garbage. They dropped like 20 balls. Jay says, why can't we run the ball? Andy Reid. I'm wondering the same thing, Jay. I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I need him to run the ball. All right, here we go. 2nd and 2. Shotgun formation again. Juju goes in motion here. Again, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Take the snap here. Buccaneers send 4 this time. Mahomes throws it, and it's caught by Juju. However, he's going to be short. He picked up a yard on the play. So we got 3rd and 1 coming up right now from Tampa Bay's 32-yard line. So far, this drive is getting longer and longer right now. 9 plays, 47 yards, and over 4 minutes in terms of time possession so far on this drive. How do you beat the GOAT? Well, one good way is to keep him on the sideline, and that's exactly what Kansas City's doing, the way they're able to keep this drive going and keep the drive alive. All right, let's see. Carmichael says Alex Highsmith should have been the AFC Defensive Player of the Month. Mike says they should cover Kelsey. So they snap the ball. So here we go. My guy, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, takes it all the way down to the 12-yard line. So how about that? 20 yards on the play. Let's go. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line here of the Buccaneers. And so, all right, let's see. Carmichael says, I think the receivers were acting like Dante Johnson, Mike. And Braden says, I might have JB'd old man. I hope old man doesn't see that, Braden. I hope he doesn't. But I was slick thinking that earlier, seeing Travis Kelce get all of that and didn't see how Jonathan Taylor looked earlier. All right, but here we go. Shotgun formation here. 8 seconds right now on the play clock. Mahomes making adjustments here. Chiefs up 7-3 right now. Shotgun gets the snap here. And so Mahomes, he's going to keep it himself. And then he slides. How about that? I was waiting for the pitch. I was like, pitch it. But he kept it himself, and it was a great decision. Picked up 9 yards on the run. So now we're looking at 2nd and 1 right now from the Buccaneers 3-yard line. Again, the Chiefs already up 7-3 so far in this one here in the first quarter. And they're keeping this offense on the field by picking up plays just like that. An excellent job by Mahomes to slide, avoid taking a big hit. The art of being able to slide and avoid the hit is so critical for these quarterbacks. But here we go. We've got both a running back and a tight end in the back here. And so receiver takes it. And so they're going to give it to Clyde. And so come on, Clyde, you got to get that one. Is it a touchdown? It is a touchdown. How about that? That is a touchdown. And so they did a direct snack to Jeremy McKinnon, and he had the ball to Clyde Edwards-Helaire up the middle for what at least initially looks to be a touchdown. Now you check the replay, we got to see how that worked out, but initially they're saying touchdown. Now let's look at that replay again, because it looked like that was the second effort that got him in there. At first, I didn't think he was going to get it. The way that Devin Wright was bending him backwards, I didn't think he was going to get it. Now let's see, does he keep his feet up? He does. Oh, he does. So he for sure got that touchdown there. Amazing. That was amazing. So how about that play, guys? How about that? Now we got the PAT attempt coming up. Kick is up, and that is good. So we have the Chiefs up in this one 14-3. Let's see. Mike says, I want big sack. Ben says, Pacheco is the future. Braden says Clemson looked good last night, especially their defense. They looked good the week before as well offensively. So that's a team to keep an eye out for real. Braden. Let's see. Lewis says, is it third quarter yet? Absolutely not, Lewis. Absolutely not. But what it is the first quarter right now with about 4 minutes and a second to go here in the first quarter. And we have the Kansas City Chiefs who just ran it in for a touchdown on the play. And so they're up 14-3 so far in this matchup here. And they're doing a tremendous job of controlling the clock here, moving it, getting first downs, picking up first downs on third downs, keeping the defense on their toes. You know, we all know how good Tampa Bay's defense is, but right now Kansas City is showing that their offense is still good. And that last week was just a bad game for them. I said it during the game last week. It was just a bad game, and it looks that way. But we'll see how Tampa Bay responds. You know, Brady, you know, that offense, they're itching to get back out there and move the ball. All right, let's see. Carmichael says, I just got a notification that I'm beating you in fantasy now, JB. Ouch, Carmichael. Ouch. I'm going to have to check that one myself. Let's see. 80 says, JB, I'm driving back home. Keep me informed. We got you, 80s, and thanks again for tuning in. Of course, 80s, the MVP, as always. And congratulations on your Eagles for pulling out a tough victory, by the way, 80s as well, over the Jaguars. That was a hard fought game. And Golf Production says, it was a great Vikings game. I will head to bed now. Just wanted to say hi, always. Bye. Appreciate that again, Golf. Thanks for coming through, as always. And enjoy that W by the Vikings today. Alan says, hoping the Tampa will get together. Ben says, Clyde. That's right. That's that guy. Jay says, there's a good run from Clyde, JB. And so, yes, absolutely. That's helping my fantasy team, which we desperately need to happen. But again, we're at commercial right now, so we're not missing anything right now, guys. Score is Chiefs 14, Buccaneers 3. We are going to get ready for the kickoff here shortly. And so, let's see. Ben says Clyde, and so Carmichael says, never mind, JB, you're beating me. Ben says, wow, Mahomes run and then a wildcat play, nice. And so mixing it up, I like the play call so far. Jay says, wildcat offense, love it. Absolutely love it, yes. All right, so now time to get ready for the kickoff here. The units are getting lined up, and we'll get to see what Tampa Bay does here offensively to respond to Kansas City scoring yet another touchdown. And again, with these receivers being back, you always wonder when these receivers come back like this, especially in the case of Chris Godwin, how much will they utilize him and how much will he be playing decoy offensively and stuff like that. But here we go. Again, 14-3. Chiefs are lined up for the kickoff, and kickoff will be on the way. Let's see if we will get a return here by the Buccaneers. No return on that one, so they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Braden says, in one of my leagues, I have Jamal Williams, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, and Josh Jacobs, and all of them have over 20 points. I was so mad with the Browns for not using Kareem Hunt effectively enough to give me a chance in my other league. It was just disappointment all the way around for JB in the other league. All right, but here we go. All right, so now for the Buccaneers here. Brady up under center here. You got 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back in the backfield here from their own 25-yard line. Takes the snap. Going to give it to Leonard Fournette off the right side. Runs into a crowd of Chiefs, and they jam him and stuff him and bring him down for a loss of 2 yards on the play. Now we're looking at 2nd and 12 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 23-yard line. Jay says, I need 20 more points to win. I got Mahomes and Suck Up left. And so, okay, bet. Well, you know what? I feel good in saying that you'll definitely get that today. I feel like you definitely will. All right, but again, right now, let's see. 2nd and 12 coming up here, again from their own 23-yard line here. They just lost 2 yards in the previous carry. Now Tom Brady in the offense from their own 23-yard line, lined up in the shotgun here. So we got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap. Chiefs sending forward. Brady throws it over the middle. And it is dropped by Cameron Brate. I mean, it hit him in the hands there. He went down, just couldn't hold on to it. So now we're looking at 3rd and long. And this is where you're looking at guys like Chris Jones and their ability to get that interior pressure on 3rd down when you know that they're going to be passing the ball. Most likely, you know they're going to pass the ball. So they're going to try to create that interior pressure. And so let's see him, George Karlaftis, all those guys. But can Brady get enough for the first? Let's find out. 3rd and 12 coming up again here in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Chiefs up 14-3. The last thing you want to do if you're the Buccaneers is end up punting the ball back. But here we go. He takes the snap out of the shotgun, steps up, throws it, and it's caught there by the receiver, Russell Gage. And so Russell Gage picks up 10 yards. They needed 12 yards, so he's 2 yards shy of the first. So 4th down coming up, 4th and 2 from their own 33-yard line, and the punt unit will come out here for the Buccaneers. And so if you're Tampa Bay, that is not what you wanted to see right there. And so punt unit coming up, and they will punt the ball, and let's see what the Chiefs will do on the punt return. But right now, 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go here in the first. And so, Saruj, appreciate that sub right there. Appreciate you for just subbing. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much for the sub and becoming a part of JB Nation. You are the MVP. All right, but here we go, guys. 4th and 2 again here in the first with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Punt on the way. Let's see if we get a return here by the Chiefs. And so, fair catch is symbol, and it is caught at about the 18-yard line, and that's exactly where the offense is going to take over. Again, Sky Moore, he had that mistake last week against the Indianapolis Colts. That really did hurt them last week, but good to see that he's able to hold on to the ball this time in the punt return. And so now, this red-hot Chiefs offense will come out once again. And so Andy Reid, you can tell this is a game that he's been strategizing for a lot here. All the plays that they're calling, they're really mixing it up right there. And so I'm excited to see what they're going to do here now that they're going to have the ball again for their 3rd offensive possession here. So far, 2 touchdowns. Let's see if 3 times we'll get you another touchdown here. Or if the Buccaneers defense will slow things down here. Let's find out. Let's see. Braden says you should trade away Kareem Hunt. Braden said 35 viewers right now. Let's go. That's right. Let's go. Let's get it started the right way. Let's go. Let's see. Jay says us Chiefs fans watching those punt returns closely after last week, 2 muff punts. And so, yes, absolutely. Everything. I can certainly understand the importance of special teams from the punt return, obviously down to the field goal kicking situation as well. So those are factors to keep an eye out for. But if you have a lead like this and you're able to keep scoring offensively, it takes a little bit more pressure off the special teams to go out there and to be, mistake free. So we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. But right now we're currently at the commercial. Let's see. Braden says Wisconsin and Colorado's coaches both got fired. And so, yes, I did notice that. I thought I was going to turn off my notifications with all the coaches getting fired at the college level. But, yeah, that was big time. That was big time. I was a little bit shocked there that Wisconsin's coach got fired, though. I know that he's not having his best season, but it was, I feel like he's still a good coach, still a good coach. But again, we're still right now at the commercial. But when we come back, it will be Chiefs with the football. It'll be facing 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Again, they're up right now 14-3. Tampa Bay just punt the ball to them. And so now this Chiefs offense, which scored last time out there, will go out there again and we'll see what they can do. Meanwhile, so far, if you're worried about the stats here for Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, he is 7-9 so far for 55 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, hasn't been sacked so far in this one. For Tampa Bay, Tom Brady is 5 of 6 for 56 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He hasn't been sacked either. But Tampa Bay really hasn't had the ball all that much, to be honest with you. Haven't had the ball that long. On the ground, Tampa Bay, Leonard Fournette, 3 carries, -3 yards. And for the Chiefs, as a team, 5 carries for 45 yards and a rushing touchdowns. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's got 3 of those carries for 28 yards and a touchdown as well. He's been looking really good this season in an underrated kind of way, to be honest with you. And so, but, of course, offensively, though, Patrick Mahomes, he is looking for Travis Kelce early and often. 4 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Been targeted 5 times. So if you're tracking fantasy football here, you're definitely happy with how the first quarter's going so far, and you're hoping that that rate's going to keep up the rest of the way. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's got 2 catches for 5 yards, and Miko Hardman, he's got 1 catch for 4 yards as well. But here we go for the Chiefs. They take the snap here, going to give it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. There is a penalty. There is a penalty here, and so he picked up about 2 yards on the play, but there's a penalty. Let's see what they call. It looks like it's going to be against the offense here. And so they're going to call it illegal formation there. So it's going to back the offense up 5 yards. So now we're looking at 1st and 15 from their own 13-yard line. And that's against Valdez-Scantling there. Illegal formation on the offense. So now 1st and 15 here in the first quarter with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go. And again, the Chiefs up 14-3. All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation here. All right, again, you got 2 receivers here, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Juju goes in motion, takes a snap. Going to throw it to Juju, and Juju is going to be about 2 yards shy of getting the first down. So just like that, they picked up 13 yards here. Juju Smith-Schuster. Is it just me, or does Juju look very swole this season? I know we talked about this in the past, but I mean, every time I look at him, I'm like, he did not look like that when he was down there in Pittsburgh. Did not look like that. But now, just like that, now we're looking at 2nd and short coming up here, 2nd and 2. All right, this time Mahomes going to be up under center here. You got 2 tight ends on the play, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Play fake, bootlegging, throws it, and it's caught by the tight end, Travis Kelce. And he's going to take it to the 33-yard line, picked up 7 yards on the play. So it's going to be another first down here for Kansas City offensively. 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go here in the first. And so Travis Kelce, he looks like he's a little dinged up out there, and so he's going to take himself out. All right, let's see. Jay says maybe Eric Bieniemy to Colorado played there back in the day. That would be interesting, Jay. That would be very, very interesting. Ben says one crucial mistake could swing the momentum. Chiefs need to keep the pressure. Absolutely. All right, but here we go. Out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Fakes it to the back, throws it over the middle, but it's deflected by the defense. They said, nah, you're not going to get everything completed against us today. So that's incompletion. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, first quarter with 43 seconds remaining. And again, the Chiefs still up 14-3 so far in this one with 43 seconds remaining to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 coming up again from their own 33-yard line here for the Chiefs. And let's see. Braden says, yeah, he'll definitely get another chance at a smaller college. Jay says Eric Bieniemy was also their offensive coordinator in 2012, I believe. So you know that they're definitely making that call. Braden says, oh no, Kelsey is injured. Take the snap, gonna toss it to the back. And he's gonna still on his feet right now, and he's gonna pick up 8 yards on the play off the left guard. So he packs a mean punch there. So now we got third and short coming up, 3rd and 2 here from the 41-yard line of Kansas City. And all Brady can do right now is just watch on the sideline, and you know that's frustrating. I've watched Brady many years, and the longer you keep him on the sideline, the better it is for your team. But this right here is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. And when we come back, they're going to be facing 3rd and 2 from their own 41-yard line. And the Chiefs are up 14-3, so the first quarter certainly belonged to Kansas City. But they still got the ball here, and the way that they're moving it, Tampa Bay's going to have to make some adjustments here to make life more difficult. Probably start by trying to take Travis Kelce out of the equation. That's probably where you start. Let's see. Lewis says no more points. He's wishing he took the over in this one. Let's see. Ben says, I think Kelsey just got sacked. You know what? I think so too. Based upon the replay, I think so as well. I'm expecting that he'll be back in this one. But of course, I'm no doctor, but I am expecting that he will be back. But we are at the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, Kansas City's up 14-3 at the end of one quarter. And again, the game started off. It started off on the very first play. So if you tuned in late, turned your TV on late, and you're wondering what happened, well, Tampa Bay muffed the return on the opening kickoff, which gave Kansas City the football from Tampa Bay's 21-yard line. And then 2 plays later, the Chiefs cashed in and they scored. Then Tampa Bay, their first real offensive drive there, they took it down for a field goal, only for Kansas City the next drive to go out there on a long drive and to cap it off with a touchdown. And so right now, Kansas City faced again with 3rd and short, and the ball right now from their own 41-yard line. So if you're Tampa Bay, you better game plan a way to get off the field right now. But I do like the play calling that Kansas City has going so far in this one. Let's see. Jay says the Bucs offense having trouble taking deep shots so far, and so yeah, with all the guys coming back, you always wonder when guys are coming back from missing time due to injury, how healthy are they? How close are they to 100%? Guys like Chris Godwin, guys like Julio Jones, how close are they to 100? Now Mike Evans, I don't have no real concern for him. He missed last week due to a suspension, but still, I get exactly what you're saying there. But one thing that certainly helps is getting more snaps. And right now, the Buccaneers just aren't able to hold on to the ball that long, so that is hurting them right now. They have -3 yards on the ground so far through one quarter. And we know that they've really been trying to run the ball a lot so far. So we'll see how things go here in the second quarter. Let's see. And meanwhile, speaking of receiving wise, so far for Tampa Bay, Leonard Fournette is currently their leading receiver. 2 catches for 26 yards so far off of 2 targets. Cameron Brate has 1 catch, Russell Gage has 1 catch, and Chris Godwin has 1 catch, and each of those 3 for 10 yards. And so, yeah, but appreciate the sub, my guy. Appreciate the sub. Thank you so much. Again, the real MVP. And as Jay just said, hit that like button, y'all. So, yes, I appreciate you guys. Again, we're getting ready to come back to the second quarter here, the second quarter of play here. And so, again, the Chiefs are up 14-3 so far in this one. And let's see how this is going to go. But first things first, if you're rooting for Tampa Bay right now, the defense cannot let Kansas City move the ball like that. Kansas City's a great offense, but you got to slow them down. Like we saw what Indianapolis did last week. Of course, I did not expect the Chiefs to look like that again this week. But if you're Tampa Bay, you got to find a way to slow them down. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, keep doing what you're doing. You're converting on these 3rd and shorts, 3rd and mediums. Keep the drives going. And the longer you do that, the more you help your defense. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 2. Returning to action at the start of the second quarter. Kelsey goes in motion. Mahomes takes a snap. He's looking. He's moving, and he's going to scramble. And so he's still on his feet here and falls down at about the 49-yard line. So that time, Mahomes boy with a 7-yard scramble on that one. Now we got 1st and 10 here from the 48-yard line of Tampa Bay. So imagine that. You're out there. You're worried about all the weapons that Kansas City has out there. You're trying to figure out where's Kelsey, where's Juju. Look out for the back. And then he takes off and scrambles just like that and does a good job of going down without taking the big hit, which is what you want from your marquee quarterback. So how about that? And so Jeremy, glad to have you here on the stream. And you say go Kansas City. Glad to have you here, Jeremy. And so here goes Mahomes in the pocket. Going to take a deep shot. And oh, look at that. That is a nice completion to Valdez Scantling. Can't forget about him. He says, don't forget about me. 36 yards through the air all the way to Tampa Bay 16-yard line, guys. So now faced with a 1st and 10 here at the Tampa Bay 16-yard line. So far on this drive, we're talking about 6 plays, 66 yards, and about 3 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. But that time, you had a linebacker pretty much against him in the zone. And anytime you get a speedster like that versus a linebacker, look out. It's going to be a long day. Right now, Kansas City, they are winning the game plan so far in this one. Like, they came in with a game plan and executing. But here we go. From the 16-yard line, 16 yards away from the end zone. Mahomes takes the snap. You're going to give it to the back and back off the left side. Gets tripped up. Still on his feet, though. I don't know how he did that, but he's still moving the pile. And so they're going to bring him down after picking up 8 tough yards on that one. And so now we're looking at 2nd and 2 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 8-yard line. And so once again, I mean, this offense right now, not only can they pass the ball this year, but they're very, very more effective on the ground as well. And that balance is what's new to this offense. If you're wondering what's different from this year and previous years, a lot more balance this year. All right, but here we go. Shotgun formation. Wonder what they're going to dial up here. 2nd and 2. Again, 8 yards away from the end zone. Chiefs already up 14-3. Second quarter, 13 minutes left to go. Mahomes takes the snap, throws it over the middle, and that's a drop there. And so Valdez-Scantling would have had the touchdown. Mahomes hit him. He did his part. But, I mean, Valdez-Scantling has got to be able to make that catch there. But that was a nice rocket of a pass there in the middle. And so got it over the linebacker, Davis. And so he did his part there. Now, there was somebody that did get a finger on that one, but still the receiver, if you touch that one, you got to catch it. You have got to catch it. Jeremy says respect. He's a scrambler. And so absolutely. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here, 3rd and 2. Takes a snap, looking, throws it over the middle, and it's caught by Kelsey, and he gets brought down about 1.5 to 2 yards away from the end zone. And so here we go, guys. 1st and goal here, 2 yards away from the end zone. So far, 9 plays, 80 yards in about 4 minutes and 30 seconds in terms of time possession so far off the clock. And it's these long drives that's doing it. I mean, if you can have drives in which you're taking up this much time, 4 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 6 minutes here, and each drive and they're finishing in the end zone, you make it really tough, especially when the other offense is out there right now. They've only really ran probably about a good 9 plays offensively Tampa Bay has so far to this point. But here we go. Kelsey goes in motion here. Shotgun, takes a snap. Looking. Gonna dump it to the... he had the back right there. He had the back right there, but it's incomplete there. Just overthrew him just a little bit there. And Mahomes says, that's on me. That's on me. But there is a penalty. Let's see what they call. Holding on the defense there. So doing themselves no favors right now. This defense looks lost right now. Somebody pull out the GPS and let's direct them on where the offense is right now, because this is not the Tampa Bay defense that I expected. Wow. So now 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. This is where if you're Kansas City here, you got to still remain disciplined, though, because a penalty can still back you up. You're 1 yard away. You got 4 tries at it, so you got to make sure you don't have any penalties or any type of silly mistakes. But here we go. Shotgun formation here. Take the snap. Going to give it to McKinnon. And so McKinnon off the left side. No, he gets brought down. He gets brought down. Might have even lost half a yard on the play. So the Bucs defense makes a stand that time. So we got 2nd and goal coming up here. 2nd and 2. Again, the score right now is currently Kansas City already up 14-3, but they want to cash in and add to that lead right now. And that time the Chiefs, they ended up pulling the guard and the tackle from the right side along with Kelsey and that time. But excellent job by White and company to get there, clog the hole there, and get the running back down for the stop here. So here we go. We got Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield here. Got a fullback here. Heavy formation. Will they run it? They snap it. Fake it to the fullback. Mahomes on the move. Avoids one guy. He's looking, moving. And there's another guy. He's still on his feet. And he chucks it up there for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a catch for a touchdown. And so how about that? Mahomes flings it up there to a wide open Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And so that's a touchdown. 11 plays, 82 yards, 5 minutes and 52 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. That is insane. So Mahomes did a little bit of everything that time. Avoided the first guy on the rush, had to bring the defense up to him, avoided the second guy, and then flinged it up at the last second. And so when you hold the ball that long, you can't blame the defensive backs and linebackers if somebody gets behind them, because at that point, quarterbacks should never hold the ball that long if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary. So that's not on them. But wow. How about that? Jay says Mahomes missed McKinnon on the floater pass. That he did, but he made up for it on this one. Ben says he's laughing at this one. He's loving it. He is loving it. Jay says shades of Brett Favre. And so, but here we go. Extra point up. Extra point is good. And so Kansas City up 21-3. How about that? The Chiefs said what happened last week was an off case scenario, but this week, this is the Kansas City that we all know so much. And so they're up 21-3. But you know what? Tom Brady is no stranger to being down in a football game. So will we see some Tom magic tonight? Well, I tell you what, to see some Tom magic, we need to see Tom with the football. So we'll finally get to see the offense again with the football. But right now, he's just 5 of 6 passing for 56 yards. And on the ground, 3 carries for -3 yards. So that means they only ran like 9 offensive plays so far to this point. So for Tampa Bay, it's not that the offense isn't really moving. They just don't have the ball. They just don't have the ball. And so great job so far by Kansas City, but still plenty of football to be played in this game. And that's why we love this game so much, because the lead is never safe, especially against that man, Tom Brady. So we're going to find out. We're at the commercial right now, so we're going to find out just exactly how crazy this game might potentially get. All right, let's see. Ben says Mahomes needs to be careful not to get knocked out in those situations. Jeremy says, but let's not forget Tom Brady can't come back. So absolutely, that is correct. And all the excitement, let's not forget who's on the other side. And not to mention, it's just second quarter here with 11 minutes and 26 seconds to go. So that's still plenty of time here for this Buccaneers team here. Plenty of time. So, and Lewis says too much scoring. Lewis is not happy about that. Ben says Brady is waiting till we have 28 for the comeback. And so, that would be a Brady type of thing. I'll know that he's for real down if he starts throwing a tablet. If he starts throwing a tablet, that's his way of saying we can't come back from this if he starts throwing a tablet out there. But we'll see. We'll see. But again, still right now, currently at the commercial right now. And so plenty of offense from the Chiefs here. So we're waiting on Tampa Bay here to see how they're going to do. But obviously being down 21-3 here, I'd imagine we're going to see quite a few passes coming up here. And so Brady's going to try to get guys like Mike Evans involved in the game here. Chris Godwin, those guys, the guys that he trusts the most. He's going to be targeting them here. So excited to see what's going to happen when we come back here from the commercial in this one. But just to update you so far in this one, Patrick Mahomes, 12 of 16, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Heck, I know my other fantasy football league, I've already lost pretty much because Patrick Mahomes has gone out there and he's looking like this, so I already know I've lost that one. So we'll see how it goes. We will see what's going on. And so, Juwan Foster, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? And you say, what up with the Bucs? Well, right now, it all started on that kickoff to start off the game. You never want momentum to get crazy like that in one team favor. So when he muffed that kick return and gave Kansas City that gift, that's 7 points right there. So you take away that 7 points, we're probably looking at 14-3 right there. And then other than that, Buccaneers offense are not getting first downs. You have to get first downs and stuff like that. Guys got to start building chemistry out there right now. And so that's what the problem is. They're just not moving the ball, and honestly, the defense is not doing a good job at stopping Kansas City at all. But hey, this is Tom. He's been down plenty of times throughout his career. This is Tom Brady we're talking about here. So let's see what's going on. Let us see. And so let's see. Jeremy says they're getting beat up right now. 80 says JB's hero TB12 is getting molly whooped. Let's see. Andrew, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say, what's up, bro? I miss you. And so, hey, I'm glad that you came through. Glad to have you here. How are you doing? But here we go. Brady from his own 25-yard line. Play fake. Looking. Going to throw the ball here down low to White. And so Rashard White, he dives there, and it seems like he got the first down on that one. Picked up about 11 yards on the play and a first down. So now we got 1st and 10 here from the Tampa Bay 36-yard line. And that's what you need, honestly. Get a couple first downs here because Tom Brady's the kind of quarterback, once he gets into a rhythm here, I guarantee he's not phased at all by being down 21-3. If anything, it locks in his focus. And I'm telling you, we're about to start seeing Tom go off here for some big plays because that's just what Tom does. So, but let's go ahead and see. We're watching something that could be historical. Here we go. Out of the shotgun. Brady in the pocket. Brady taking that deep shot to Mike Evans. And so Evans brought down at about the 34-yard line of Kansas City. And so that time, 30 yards over the middle. Tom Brady said, I've seen enough of this already. Let's go ahead and move the ball ourselves here. And of course, Mike Evans coming back from that 1-game suspension. Couldn't blame Mike Evans too much there, sticking up for your quarterback. As a coach, I could never get mad at that. So, but a big-time play there for the Buccaneers, and let's see, can they cash in here? They got to cash in on this play. The last thing you want is Kansas City to get the football back, and you're not cashing in on any score. And so Andrew says, good. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. 80 says Philadelphia Eagles, the only unbeaten team in the National Football League. But here we go. Out of the shotgun. Brady throws it over the middle, and it's caught by Cameron Brake. And so he takes it to the 23-yard line here of the Chiefs. And that's going to be another first down. So Tampa Bay right now starting to inch closer and closer to that red zone. And so Black Medicine, what's good with you? What's good with you? Black Medicine says Tom doesn't play defense either. And so you're right about that. You're right about that. And so 80 says, hey, Black, but here we go. First and 10. Again, here in the second quarter with 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Chiefs up 21-3, but Tom Brady with the football, and they're moving it. Here we go. Shotgun formation here. White is the running back in here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap. Chiefs sending pressure. Brady trying to move around, throws it, and it's going to be incomplete that time. Incomplete. You start getting bodies in Tom's face like that. Tom doesn't like that. He does not like that at all. It's going to be up to this offensive line to give him time. That time, though, the Chiefs brought pressure. We've seen them a couple times before. 3-man rush, occasionally 4-man rush, but that time they brought some pressure on Tom Brady. I'll be curious to see how often they're going to do that. But second and 10 right now from the Chiefs' 23-yard line. Again, 9 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in the second. Chiefs up 21-3. All right, but here we go, guys. Shotgun formation. Now we got 2 tight ends here, 2 receivers and a back out of the shotgun. Takes the snap here on second and 10. Brady with the football. Going to throw it to the back at the backfield again. And so White, I mean, he looks like James White out there, honestly, right now, Rashard White. All Brady sees is a White back there, so he's going to throw you the ball out that backfield. But that's going to be another first down here for the Buccaneers. So first and 10 here from the Kansas City 13-yard line. So far on this drive, 5 plays, 62 yards, and about 2 minutes in turn time possession off the clock. They're trailing 21-3 here in the second quarter, but still plenty of football to go in this one. Let's see, Ben says Chiefs coverage is really soft, and so that is true. That is true. All right, so here we go, guys. Shotgun formation. You got Mike Evans there. You got Chris Godwin. Shotgun formation. Russell Gage goes in motion. Brady takes a snap. Chiefs sending forward. Brady throws it over the middle, and it is completed to Mike Evans for the touchdown. And so Tampa Bay gets their first touchdown of the night. I told you, Tom says he's been here before. He's calm. He's cool. He knows what to do. He got his guys back, so he's ready. Here we go. 6 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes, and 36 seconds in turn time possession off the clock. Let's see what happened on this play. How did Mike Evans get open here? And so seems like Snead just took his eyes off of him, believed the guy behind him to get there, and so Brady saw the opening, got it to him in that window. And of course, Mike Evans holding on to the ball despite the hit and got the touchdown. And so here we go. Let's see. Jay in the Bay, what's good with you? What's good with you, Jay? How are you doing? How are you doing? All right, here we go. Extra point is up and extra point is good. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. But Tom Brady with the touchdown to Mike Evans. All right, let's see. All right. All right, just doing a little cleanup here, guys. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see. 80 says Mike Evans is a beast. Touchdown. So 80 likes that touchdown. Braden says spot in the chat. Not anymore. Not anymore. And let's see. And Black Medicine says Tom threw a touchdown. And so let's see. Jay says doing good. Looking forward to Monday night. Also enjoying tonight's game. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jay, I need Deebo Samuel to get more involved in my fantasy football team. I really need Deebo to get me some points here. Get a pair of touchdowns at least. So I need him to do me that one favor. Let's see, 80 says, Braden, what do you think about Rodgers' performance today? And again, right now, we're currently at the commercial, but the score right now, Chiefs up 21-10 so far in this one here in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Again, Tom Brady's hit Mike Evans for the 13-yard touchdown. So far, TB12, he's 10 of 12 for 131 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, and hasn't been sacked, although they did get pressure on him a couple times there, but no sacks so far in this one. Let's see. Black Manson says, the bot is an Auburn fan apparently. Jeremy says, dang Brady. Jay says, Debo gonna ball out tomorrow night. I need that, Jay. I need that. My fantasy team is very dependent on that. I need him to come through for me. Let's see, Eddie says, Jay in the Bay, unlike JB, I have the 49ers to win by 7 tomorrow. Braden says he was terrible in the first half but played better in the second half. 80s. Jay says knew Evans was going to get his at some point. And so again, right now, currently at the commercial right now, but still plenty of football to be played here before the half. But hey, a lot of offense so far in this one. We got a total of 31 points so far in this one, guys, and we're not even at halftime yet. That goes to show this is going to be a high-scoring game, it seems. But one thing for sure, Tampa may have scored offensively, but they still defensively have got to find a way to stop the Kansas City Chiefs. Because the Kansas City Chiefs offense so far has been like a fire that just cannot be put out right now. And so again, 21-10 is the lead. And when we kick things off here, it will be the Chiefs with the football again. And let's see if they can keep moving the ball like they've done so far. Let's see. Jay says knew Evans was going to get his at some point. Oh, you already knew. You already knew. Mike says what score? And Mike says Eagles best team in NFL? Question mark. And so, meanwhile, kickoff on the way, and the Chiefs are up 21-10 over the Buccaneers. But the Chiefs here, will they return the kick? And he will. He's at the 5, the 10, 15, 20. Okay, cuts upfield, 25. Brought down at about the Chiefs' 26-yard line. And so let's see what the Chiefs offense will do this time out. Again, so far in this one, Pat Mahomes, 12 of 16 for 119 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions so far, and 119 yards through the air. He's also, let's see, the Chiefs on the ground, 9 carries, 67 yards, and a rushing touchdown as well. So let's see what they do. All right, so here we go. Again, 1st and 10 right now from their own 26-yard line. Shotgun formation here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce goes in motion here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Takes a snap. Going to give it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire up the middle. And so Clyde still moving his feet. And still fighting for it. They're going to stop the forward progress there. Picked up 7 yards on the carry. Now we've got 2nd and 3 coming up, guys. 2nd and 3. So 2nd and 3 coming up here from their own 33-yard line. 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And so this is the kind of game where every time you get the ball, you want to keep scoring because you know who's across from you on the other side. Shotgun here. Again, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Kelce goes in motion. There's 12 seconds right now on the play clock. Takes a snap. Mahomes looking. Throws it over the middle. Oh, behind Juju Smith-Schuster. A little bit incomplete that time. So now you got 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Chiefs offense. The good news is so far on 3rd down, Kansas City offense has looked pretty good so far. In this one, let's see if they can keep that going on 3rd and 3. I feel like he had an easier option than Clyde Edwards-Helaire that was open down. He had a couple guys that was probably open as well. But that time he just threw a little bit behind. It wasn't a bad decision, just a little bit behind. And so that's how it was. All right, let's see. Ben says Rodgers should be ashamed of himself after today. Took the entire overtime period to beat the Patriots' 3rd-string quarterback. But here we go, guys. Out of the shotgun for the Chiefs. Quick pass there to Travis Kelce. And he's going to deliver and get the 1st down. Takes the ball all the way to the Chiefs' 39-yard line. Picked up 6 yards on the play. So now we got 1st and 10 from the Chiefs' 39-yard line here in the second quarter with about 7 minutes and 48 seconds to go here before the half. Let's see. 80 says, yes, Mike, they are. Mike says, Bills best get healthy. Mahomes ain't playing. Mike says, congrats, 80s. Mike says, let's go JB3K. That's right, the race to JB3K is very live. Absolutely. All right, but this time Mahomes going to be lined up under center here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Takes a snap here, going to pitch it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire off the right side. And so he's running. Oh, man, pulled the man down perhaps by his horse collar there. And that's going to be a penalty. Going to be a penalty right there. That's right. It's going to be a penalty on the play. And so, yeah, that horse collar tackle, they're not going to let you do that. And so now the referees right now are discussing, but we are here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Giving the Chiefs up 21-10, and the Chiefs have been able to capitalize every time they had the football. And I'm not talking field goals here. They're getting touchdowns. But that time, you see, he reached out, grabbed whatever he could, and it just so happened to be that collar tackle. So that's going to be a 15-yarder right there. And gift them with a 1st down. So now we're looking at 1st and 10 at about the, let's see, Tampa Bay 43-yard line. 80 says, thanks, Mike. Ben says, horse collar, come on, Bucs. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Gray goes in motion. The tight end. Again, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Takes a snap. Going to give it to the back here. And so the back with some room to work with. Lowers his shoulder there. Picked up about 9 yards on the carry. So now we got 2nd and 1 coming up. And so, man, they got to love this kid here. Got to love this kid here. 7th round pick. Looks amazing. All right, but 2nd and 1 here from the Tampa Bay 34-yard line. But so far, I mean, the Chiefs, that run game so far looking really good. But here we go in the shotgun. Juju goes in motion here. Takes a snap. Going to give it to the back. In the back. Going to get brought down from behind. Picked up maybe half a yard on the play, but he's still half a yard shy of the first. So now we got 3rd and 1 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 34-yard line. And again, the score right now is Chiefs up 21-10, and the Chiefs with the football already on Tampa Bay side of the field. They've been great on 3rd down here. Can the Buccaneers defense get a stop on 3rd down? Another concern I will say, if I am Tampa Bay, keeping your defense out this long is going to tire them out. So at some point, you got to get some stops here defensively. But here we go to the shotgun, takes a snap, gets it to the back up the middle, and oh, he's brought down. He is brought down. He may have lost maybe a half a yard on the play, but a tremendous stop there for Tampa Bay. So 4th down coming up here in the 2nd quarter with 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go. You see Andy Reid right now looking at his play sheet. No thought about bringing out the kicker here, and I can't blame him right now. Without Harrison Buckner, I would not kick it either right now. So going forward is your only option. But a big opportunity here for Tampa Bay if they can get the stop. They desperately need to get a stop at some point soon. Why not now? Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, if you get a 1st down here, that'll be big. All right, so here we go. Here's shotgun formation here. They need a yard. Mahomes with the ball. Gonna throw it. And so, oh, Clyde. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, bruh, wow. Wow. He hit him. He did everything. Patrick Mahomes did his part. He did his part there. I was just on Clyde Edwards-Helaire that time, and so, man, you're that wide open. You got to cash in on that one. I mean, sure, could the ball have been placed a little bit better? Sure. But, man, that's one you got to do it. You got to do it. Wow. All right, let's see. Mike says, let's go Bills. Ben says, go for it. This kicker is a nobody. Mike says, Bills versus Chiefs 2-week 4 p.m. Game to end all games. And then Jay says, thanks for that, Clyde. And so, yep. Ben says, Ben is not happy with Clyde right now. He took the words out of my mouth. He is not happy with him at all. My fantasy team's not happy with him at all right now either. Mike says, bruh, I know, that was tough. He was wide open, guys, wide open. Nobody around this man. Nobody around him. Let's see, Black Medicine says, Andy Reid was actually looking at the Denny's menu selection, not a play sheet. Did they put that on the Jumbotron? But, hey, it counts as a stop. You get it how you get it, so that's going to count as a 4th down stop for the Tampa Bay defense. So now, the last time we saw the Buccaneers offense, they scored a touchdown. And I know Tom Brady, he's locked in right now. He's going to go out there and he's going to try his best to score again. So will the Chiefs defense be able to stop him? We're going to find out when we come back from the commercial. Again, right now, Chiefs are up 21-10, but the Buccaneers just got a huge 4th down stop. Let's see, Mike says, JB, your show's growing. And so, yes, it is, and I'm happy about it. I am happy about it. And so, Eddie says, absolutely, yes. And Mike says, thumbs up. And so, yes, let's see how many thumbs up we currently got right now in the chat. So, let's see where we currently stand right now. But do make sure if you haven't pressed the thumbs up button already that you do press the thumbs up button for sure. But let's see. Right now, we are currently at, waiting on my phone to load here. And so, all right, yeah, so right now we're currently at 19 thumbs up there, so appreciate that, guys. And so, yes, let's see if we can get the record today, guys. I feel like we got enough crowd here to where we can set a new record here. And so let's try to see if we can get upward of 50 thumbs up before it's all said and done. And so Mike says, I crushed any slam. But again, still at the commercial, so we're not missing anything right now, not missing anything at all here at the commercial. And so let's see. All right, so coming back from the commercial here, and again, both quarterbacks here, they've already got themselves a passing touchdown here, especially after last week for both of these guys. Offenses just was pretty tough last week to watch for both of these teams, but now you can tell these guys, they're feeling like their normal selves here. But here we go for Tom Brady and company here. From their own 34, it takes a snap. Brady looking. Oh, Brady was hit. The ball came out. Brady's holding his shoulder right now. And And so, but Brady's up, but his shoulder was definitely hit on that play. Now, Tom's someone that he'll play through some injuries, and we won't find out about it till maybe 2 years after, but he definitely felt that around his shoulder there. But man, he got rocked on the play. He got rocked on the play. Wow. And so Mike says Grand Slams 80. Jay says good job. D 80 says, hey, that Denny's Grand Slam is no joke. And so Black Medicine is shocked. Mike says love the Denny's Grand Slam. But man, what a hit. I mentioned Chris Jones earlier. This is what Chris Jones does. But the recovery right there by Kansas City. So not only did they get the fumble, they got the ball as well. So now they're taking over 20 yards away from the end zone. So let's go. Shotgun, take the snap. Going to give it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire off the left side. Still moving, and so he picks up about a good 3 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 7 coming up here, and so they're so close they can taste the end zone at this point. And Tom Brady is so disappointed. He knows how important momentum is right there, and so for Tom Brady, he needs to believe in his offensive line. He needs to. All right, but here we go, guys. 2nd and 7 again here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Again, the Chiefs up 21-10. They forced a big turnover. They got the football right now. Let's see what Mahomes and company does here on 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap. Buccaneers sending 3. There's a man loose. Mahomes, he's going to throw it to the ground there. Incomplete. That time mobile enough to get out the way, throw the incompletion, live to see 3rd down coming up here. So 3rd and 7 coming up for the Chiefs. As for Tampa Bay, you got the stop last time here, and even though the offense put you in a bad situation here, if you can hold them up to a field goal, that's not a bad deal at all here for the defense. All right, but here we go. 3rd and 7 coming up. Again, 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Chiefs up 21-10. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 7. They're about 17 yards away from the end zone. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. 3 receivers and 2 tight ends here. Takes a snap. Mahomes looking. Mahomes moving. Still moving. He's going to run. And he's going to stretch out to reach for the first down marker and gets a nice spot right there. So it's going to be a first down for the Chiefs offense. Big play on 3rd down, using his legs that time to scramble and get that first down. So now we got 1st and goal here about 10 yards away from the end zone. Let's see, Black Manson says Andy is going to celebrate tonight with a few of those grand slams. All right, so big time play there again by Patrick Mahomes. You see he reached out there, and so at that point it's all about where they mark it. But here we go. Mahomes up under center. Got a fullback in the backfield here. Takes a snap. Going to give it to the back. And so the back looking and gets brought down about 2 yards away from the end zone. I say time to put in Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and let's let him run again. Thinking about my fantasy football team, of course, guys, so can't blame me for that. With about 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go here before the half. Again, the Chiefs up 21-10 right now. And so, again, this drive started because they rocked Tom Brady. He fumbled the ball, and the Chiefs recovered it. And so now they're just trying to cash in on what started with their defense. But so far here, 17 carries, 104 yards on the ground. How about that as a unit for the Chiefs? All right, so here we go. 2nd and goal, and it looks like they're going to call a timeout. All right, so we had a timeout called by Kansas City. That's actually their 2nd timeout so far of the game, and so, of course, you want to make sure no mistakes are made here. This is the kind of game where you cannot afford to make mistakes. Let's see, Jay says, Pacheco is a grown man, needs to be the starter. And so we'll think about that for the future. But for the sake of my fantasy team, let's just keep him in the role that he's at right now, Jay. But again, timeout is called, and so they're going to come back from that. And let's see what the Chiefs dialed up here at 2nd and goal, just 2 yards away from the end zone. All right, so let's see what the Chiefs are going to dial up here. Again, they just need 2 yards here, and they've done such a tremendous job on the ground. All right, so they've got McKinnon as the back here. Shotgun formation here. Coleman goes in motion. And they try to toss it to him there, and he's going to be about, let's see, will they mark it a touchdown, a yard shy? Seems like he's just short of getting to the end zone. Third down coming up. So third down coming up, I say stop playing around. Put Clyde in there. Jay says, how about this, JB? Pacheco gets the yards and Clyde gets the touchdown for your fantasy team. LOL. So you know what? That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. I'd like to see him in right now, though. Because I've already lost my other league, but I can win this one. Another touchdown would be great. All right, so here we go. Still got McKinnon in there. And they put Gray up under center, and he's going to take the snap. That's going to be a touchdown for Kansas City on the play. That time they put Noah Gray in motion. Then he got up under center, snapped it quickly, got the touchdown. And so how about that? The Chiefs up 27-10. The creativity of this team, it knows no end. And so just when you think, okay, Tom Brady's about to come back here, Patrick Mahomes and company catch a break, and then they're able to capitalize off of that one for a score. I shouldn't say catch a break because the defense made that happen. Big time play. So now we got the extra point attempt coming up. Let's see. Braden says that'll do it. That'll do. Extra point is up and extra point is good. All right. So Kansas City up 28-10 here in the second quarter with about 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in this one before the half. Jay says, that's some high school stuff right there. Yes, they love digging deep in that playbook. So now 28-10. Down 18 points. Tom Brady and company with about 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here before the half. And so how did they respond from that last time? They looked like, the offense for Tampa Bay was waking up, but a costly fumble and change of possession led to Kansas City scoring again. And so again, Tampa Bay has had quite a few mistakes so far in this one. Can they find a way to put it together here on this drive here and avoid mistakes? Jay says Brady's shoulder has been hurting. Let's see how he looks. Another factor there. I did point that out as well. His shoulder. Both of these teams right now are 2-1. And both of these teams were coming off of disappointing games last week. But, hey, a lot of firepower here. Already combined for 38 points in this one. And we're not even at halftime yet. Can Tampa Bay respond before the half? And so, in the zone, what's good with you? And so, let's see what they do here. Let's see what they do. Down by 18 points. And so, yeah, they're showing that replay there, that hit that Brady took. I can only say if this keeps going on for the entire season, guys, you're probably going to be thinking you should have stayed retired before the season started. Of course, still early. Let's see what happens. But here we go. From their own 25-yard line. Shotgun formation there, takes a snap. Chiefs sending forward. Brady throws it. Caught by Chris Godwin, and Godwin's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning there. 2nd and 2 coming up from the Tampa Bay 33-yard line. So 2-minute warning here. 2 minutes to go before the half. And the Kansas City Chiefs lead this one 28-10 here in the second quarter. I will say this, though. Anybody that started Leonard Fournette and was banking on him to win your fantasy football league, you're really hoping the second half will be different than what you've seen in the first half if you got Leonard Fournette in your fantasy football team. But again, right now at the commercial, thanks to the 2-minute warning, and just to recap what both of these quarterbacks have done so far in this one, we will start with Tom Brady. He's been 11 of 13 so far for 139 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, sacked once, and then Patrick Mahomes 14 of 21, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions so far in this one today. And on the ground, another huge difference so far in this game for the Kansas City Chiefs. They have as a team 18 carries for 105 yards and along with 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, Leonard Fournette's the only one that even has a carry, and he's got 3 carries for negative 3 yards on the ground. So the run game has been non-existent at all so far in this one. Jay says JB called it first on his shoulder even before the announcers did. And so maybe they're just a little bit behind. Maybe since even though they're right there in person, maybe they're just a little bit behind in terms of seeing it. And so again, still waiting to come back from the 2 minute warning here. And so again, Tampa Bay, they have all three of their timeouts. Now the Kansas City Chiefs, they have one timeout. So something to keep in the back of your mind here in case the Chiefs get another shot to score before the half. They got one timeout to work with, and Tampa Bay has all three timeouts to work with. And so let's see, receiving rise though for Kansas City. I mean, Travis Kelsey, 7 receptions, 65 yards, and a receiving touchdown. And then let's see, the next highest would be Juju Smith-Schuster with 3 catches for 18 yards. And then MVS, that one catch, 36 yards, that big play there. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, receiving wise, it's been a lot of guys getting like a pair of catches. Mike Evans, so far, the most successful receiver so far for the Buccaneers, 2 catches for 43 yards, including that receiving touchdown. You've got Chris Godwin so far, 2 catches, 18 yards. Cameron Brate, 2 catches, 21 yards. Leonard Fournette, 2 catches, 26 yards. And Rashard White, 2 catches for 21 yards as well. Let's see. Black Medicine says, TB loss helps out my bipolar team. And so here we go. All right, so coming back from the 2 minute warning here. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. Brady's looking. Brady throws it incomplete. 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 I mean, you have to wonder at this point, like, even though, right now Tom Brady, he's 11-14 right now, but I'm still trying to figure out just how healthy are guys like Chris Godwin, Mike. I know Mike Evans is healthy out there, but Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, just how healthy really are they right now? Braden says, is Matt Nagy an assistant for the Chiefs again? And so, yes, that answer is yes. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 2 coming up right now for the Buccaneers. Shotgun formation. Cameron Brate goes in motion. Brady gets the snap here. Chiefs sending pressure. He throws it to Cameron Brate. So Cameron Brate gets enough for the first down there. Took the contact, picked up the first, fresh and set of downs to work with there. So now you got 1st and 10. 1:45 left to go here before the half. And so that time they did brought pressure, but the offensive line did a good job picking it up. And so let's see. Brady here with the ball. And so, severely underthrew that one. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. And again, 1:35 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Braden says, didn't know that. All right, but here we go in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. From their own 35-yard line. Takes a snap. Brady with the ball, throws it. And, it's caught by Cameron Brate. I feel like he ran into his own teammate here. And so he's getting up kind of slow. 1:23 to go here before the half. Jay says, yes, Nagy, the quarterback coach. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Defense looked like it moved kind of early there. But that was Leonard Fournette. He carried the ball, and so that should get them into positive yards here. But there was a penalty there. And so let's see what they call. And so that's going to be embarrassing if this is offense of too many men on the field right now. That's going to be embarrassing. I did see it at the corner of my eye, Cameron Brate taking his time getting off the field that time. And so Tom Brady's so focused on the next play. They did indeed snap the ball with too many men on the field. Come on, Tom. You got to give your man some time to get off the field. And so, that time Cameron Brate clearly took a hit there, got up a little slow there, and so was trying to make his way to the sideline. But that penalty backs them up. And again, the score right now here in the 2nd quarter with 1:10 to go. The Chiefs are up 28-10 right now. Let's see, Ben says, I thought Frank Clark was offsides. He was too quick. I thought so too, Ben. I really did. But, they had 12 men on the field. So 12 men on the field, can't do it. 80 says, poor TB12. I'm sure deep down 80s is loving watching Tom Brady suffer. All right, right now the referees are discussing with Andy Reid currently right now. So while they're having their conversation right now, again, the score is Chiefs up 28-10 with about 1:10 to go here before the half. And so, I mean, yeah, you look at that. In my opinion, yeah, he definitely did move where that ball was snapped. Definitely did. Let's see. Braden says should have been offsetting penalties. But the referees missed on that one, and so 3rd and 5 is what it is right now. So 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap here, throws it, and it's going to be completed. And that is going to be Julio Jones with the reception in a 1st down. I believe that's his first catch of the game for 7 yards. So they're hurrying up. 55 seconds here, 54 seconds. Shotgun formation already. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Brady with the ball, throws it. And it's going to be completed over the middle again. And this time, Chris Godwin takes it all the way to about the 41-yard line here of the Chiefs. And so Tampa Bay, with all 3 timeouts, they're going to go ahead and call their first timeout here. All right. And so let's see. 80 says, hey, Blackman, Tom Brady goes to Denny's. He gets the Philly special, LOL. Let's see. Ben says, does that offset or does the 12 men override offsides? Because he was definitely offsides. And so at first I thought that's why they didn't call it. Because quite frankly, if there's 12 men on the field, normally I thought that penalty right there would just be would already stop the play. But if they let the play go like that, then I guess it should have been offsetting penalties is what I'm thinking. Braden says, good one, 80s. 80 says, thanks. Braden says, bots. Well, JB is taking care of that. Braden says they love JB's streams. 80 says he hate bots. And so yes, that's like the 3rd or 4th one I've taken down so far in this one. But again, we're right now at the commercial right now, and again, the Chiefs are up 24-10. But Tampa Bay right now, they're at the Chiefs 41-yard line. They got 46 seconds left, 2 timeouts here, trying to score something, touchdown, field goal, score something here before the half, and don't let Kansas City get an opportunity to score as well. And so Black Medicine's laughing at that one. But again, still right now at the commercial with just 46 seconds separating us between the half, or before the half. And so, and again, I mean, looking at how this game's going so far, you know, passing the ball wise, I mean, Patrick Mahomes 14-21, 126 yards here, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, hasn't been sacked. For Tom Brady, though, 15-19, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, was sacked 1 time, and also fumbled the ball as well. And on the ground, I mean, for the Chiefs, they're the top 2 running backs, each 6 carries, 41 yards apiece. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he had the rushing touchdown. Noah Gray also had that 1-yard touchdown as well. And so, meanwhile, for Tampa Bay here, gotta find a way to get the run game involved in the second half. But right now, you're down by 18 points, so you're thinking about passing the ball right now. That's the quickest and most efficient way to get back in the game. Let's see. Black Medicine says he hates bots too, just like his father and his father's father before him. And so, old man, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you? And so, old man says, what's good, JB? YouTube must hate me because I never got your notification you were on. And so, I'm glad that you're here now. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap here. Chiefs sending 4. Brady throws it. Overthrew his tight end there, Cameron Brate. That's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. And see, once you start getting a couple hits on Brady like that, he doesn't like getting hit like that. Does not like getting hit. And so, but 2nd and 10 coming up. Let's see, Black Medicine says, was that Big Andy in the State Farm commercial? All right, here we go, guys. Brady throws it, and it's caught by Leonard Fournette. And so Leonard Fournette rumbling forward. And he's going to pick up about 9 yards on the play. Let's see where they mark him. Still shy of the first. So now you got 3rd and 1 coming up. And so we got a timeout called. Or at least a stoppage of play here. Because Reed, the safety here for the Chiefs, he's currently down. Let's see. Ben says, don't be bot phobic. They didn't choose to be bots. They were born that way. Let's see. Black Medicine says, JB, read it the way I wrote it. And so, yeah, couldn't do that. Let's see. Old man says, JB, even though we lost, I think New England did a great job today, and so they did. I mean, they did good considering the circumstances. They did, but I don't like the clock management towards the end when you know that the offense. I just felt like the last time that they had the ball in overtime, they should have tried to go for it on fourth down because the offense would have been an extremely long shot. Even if we did stop Green Bay, get the ball back, best case scenario would have been a tie. You play to win the game. You don't play for the ties, and I feel like Bill was trying to play for a tie at that point. And so, but other than that, pretty good. Other than that, pretty good. Especially when Old Man Hoyer went down, I thought it was done, but hey, Zappe showed me something. He showed me a little something. All right, but here we go. Third and inches coming up. Shotgun formation here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. 28 seconds to go here before the half. All right, Brady making adjustments here. Would not be surprised if this goes to either Chris Godwin or Mike Evans. One of the two. Whichever matchup he likes best, that's where Brady's going to go. Take the snap, Chiefs in pressure. Brady in the pocket, throws it. And it's caught by Mike Evans, and so he goes out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. And so now that's going to be 22 seconds left here before the half. So only took 6 seconds on that play. And again, they're down by 18 points here, trying to score before the half. Let's see. Braden says, agreed, old man. The pass played well today. Meanwhile, Brady takes a snap, throws it over the middle. That's going to be incomplete, but there is going to be a penalty. There is going to be a penalty on the play, and that's going to take him to the 1-yard line. And Thornhill knows he made a mistake on that play. That pass interference. He was aiming for Cameron Brate over the middle. Let's see. Like Mason says, Mahomes was chewing on this. And let's see. Old man says, I think they should have ran on third and fifth. Maybe get it to fourth and 2 and then go for it. And so I agree on that. I can agree on that. All right, but here we go, guys. First and goal. 18 seconds here before the half. Again, with 2 timeouts here, they can try a quarterback sneak. They can try to run it. Let's see what they call. Heavy formation here. Fullback goes in motion, takes a snap. Play fake. Throws it. Oh, incomplete. Cameron Brate could have made the reception, but he dropped it. Dropped it. Ben says there was contact, but I think it was uncatchable. I mean, he went up there. Let's see. Old man says, hey, Braden, I think you JB'd me in that trade. It's funny. He mentioned that earlier. But second and goal coming up. 15 seconds here before the half. Brady's looking. Brady throws it up there. And it's going to be completed to Mike Evans there for the touchdown. And, of course, looking for Mike Evans there. Needed 1 yard, and they got it in the end zone. So now the score right now is 28-16. Scoring drive took 12 plays, 75 yards, but just 2 minutes and a second in terms of time possession off the clock. Let's see. Braden says, nice catch by Mike Evans. Black Medicine says, touchdown Alabama. Old man says, JB injury bug doesn't like my fantasy team. And so I hear you. Ben says, amazing catch. And so this is what Mike Evans does. This is what he really does. Near the goal line, he's the biggest threat in terms of those, we're going to throw it up and let you go get the ball type of plays. Extra point attempt is up, and extra point is good. And so the score right now, Chiefs up 28-17 here with about 10 seconds here before the half. Braden says, we'll see, old man. I think Taylor will play better. And so we will see indeed. Old man says, whoever got Geno Smith and didn't play him today got to be upset. Speaking of upset, Lewis is not happy with all the points scored. Lewis said he took the over. What was the over at, Lewis, that you took? Was it at 47 or 52? What was the over for this one placed at? Because right now it's got it's got to be looking pretty bad right now. Let's see. Braden says, but I JB'd you this week, and so getting JB'd is not a thing anymore. All right, so with 10 seconds here, We'll see what the Chiefs do with the ball here. I expect for them when they get the football here to just take it to the half. And right now they're up 28 to 17. A lot of points scored here because a score like that, I typically expect it to be third, late third or fourth quarter. But we're not even at halftime yet. All right, kickoff on the way. Let's see if we get a return, especially with 10 seconds to go. And we will. Let's see. He's at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, still on his feet, 40, and stumbled at about the 42-yard line here for the Chiefs. And so, with 4 seconds, though, and no timeouts here, wow. Let's see. Lewis says, that's right, you took the under at 57. And so, ooh. And so, let's see. Let's see. Braden says, I know, old man. All right, so here we go, guys. 4 seconds to go before the half. Let's see. Ben says Bucks refuse to go quietly. Still anyone's game. Here we go out of the shotgun. And so Mahomes, he gets sacked on the play. That's going to take us to the half, guys. And so Buccaneers got the sack. And so, but there we go. So at the half, it is 28 to 17. And so Buccaneers, they scored the last time they was out there. And so, but they trail right now by 11, 28 to 17. Chiefs are up right now. And they will be receiving the football here in the second half. And so, all right. But speaking of what took place here, and so for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 14 to 21 for 126 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked once. And so here we go. Tampa Bay, 18 to 24 for 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and sacked once as well so far. And on the ground here, I mean, Kansas City's been looking pretty good in this one. About 18 carries for 105 yards. For the Chiefs, 14 carries for 126 yards here, and let's see. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay here, Leonard Fournette, still, this can't be accurate here, but 3 carries here for -3 yards. And so, but the score right now, 28 to 17. Let's see. Old man says, at least I don't have Basic Baker on my team. And so I feel bad for the person who's got, what's his face, for the Steelers here, Mitchell Trubisky. Because in our league with 20 teams, if Mitchell Trubisky get benched, that's big. That's big because you won't be able to get Kenny Pickett. You won't be able to. Black Benson says Maria Taylor. And so, but we are right now at the half. And so, JB will be right back, guys. Give JB 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm telling you, Black Medicine. Let's see. Old man says, I think Mr. JB has Kenny on his team. And so I believe that is correct. I believe that is correct. And so dropping the Browns off at the Super Bowl, according to Black Medicine. But again, right now, currently at halftime, and so the Chiefs in this high-scoring affair, both quarters, they scored 14 in the first quarter, 14 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, for Tampa, they did score 14 in the second, but they scored 3 points in the first quarter. And so our score right now, 28 to 17. A lot of offense so far in this one, and a lot of passing as well. And so just to look at how the receivers are doing so far in this one for the Chiefs, Travis Kelce, 7 receptions for 65 yards. You got MVS, a catch for 36 yards. Juju, 3 catches, 18 yards so far in this one. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, Mike Evans, 4 catches for 60 yards and also 2 receiving touchdowns. So if you started Mike Evans in fantasy football, you're happy about that number for sure. Leonard Fournette getting involved in the passing game, 3 catches, 35 yards. Chris Godwin, 3 catches for 30 yards. Cameron Brate, 4 catches, 32 yards as well. And Rashard White, he's got 2 catches, 21 yards. Meanwhile, for Russell Gage, 1 catch, 10 yards. Julio Jones, 1 catch, 7 yards. Let's see. Old man says, who gets the ball in the second half? That'll be the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be the Kansas City Chiefs. And so, because the first play of the game, actually in the kickoff, Tampa Bay pretty much squandered the kick return, which allowed Kansas City to get the football and score the first touchdown. But really, that counted as Tampa Bay's first possession. So therefore, the Chiefs will get the ball first here in the second half. And so, Black Medicine says, who's my top performer? And so, that name is certainly getting added to the banned list. Best believe that. Certainly getting named added to the bans list. But my top performer, let's see, so far, other than Josh Allen, right now it is honestly, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire keeps doing what he did in the first half, it will be Clyde Edwards-Helaire when it's all said and done. And so he has done massive for me. I mean, he is going to be the reason why I win my matchup this week. And so let's see. Old man says, JB, I picked up Zappe just in case. And so I did see that. I did see that. And so, but that was big time. I do hope that if we're going to be without Mac Jones again, that he does go ahead and get another opportunity to go out there. It's just, I do like the passes that he was making, along with the play calling as well, with him in there. Let's see. Old says, okay, bet. Thanks, JB. And so, of course. All right, let's see. All right, so but we are right now at the half, and so tell me, what game today was the biggest surprise for you guys when it came to games that played earlier today? What game was the biggest surprise for you guys? Whether it's that a certain team won, or just that it was close and you didn't expect it to be close, or just for whatever reason, what was the biggest surprise game for you guys so far earlier today? Do let me know your biggest surprise game, as there was a lot. I mean, for me, I was surprised that the Seahawks and the Lions were a high scoring game. Now, I know Detroit lost. That's a big loss for them because I know they wanted to get to 500, and that's going to put them, I think, at 1-3 on the season. However, despite the fact no Swift, no Amar St. Brown, and then they still dropped 45 points, even though they lost. And for the Seahawks, though, Geno Smith and company, 48 points. 48 points. I mean, you don't see Russell Wilson do anything like that. No shade towards him, but you don't see him doing that. So, let's see. Old man says Packers and New England. Ben says the Packers Patriots was the most surprising. Should have been a blowout. And so, let's see. Black Mason says the Ravens pulling the Falcons and giving up a big lead. And so, second time we've seen that this season from them. And so, starting to be a little bit concerned about that for sure. And as for the Patriots, I mean, typically, usually when a lot of games were on paper, the Patriots look like they're going to get blowed out, usually it's at least a fight. Maybe the fourth quarter the other team might pull away, but typically something like that. But did I expect it to be this close? Did not. Did not expect it to be this close. I thought the Packers would be able to really utilize their combination on the ground to run the ball a lot. So I was expecting that one to probably be, I don't know, closer to maybe like 24 to like 13 or something like that, best case scenario. Let's see, old man says, just because really no one gave us a chance and had us losing at least by 10 points and only losing the field goal. I feel like that's been the case every game, including like against the Steelers and stuff like that. Every game, that's always the case for the Patriots and stuff like that. Because you look at the Patriots roster, and then like the regular person would be like, okay, there's no stars at receiver. Damian Harris gets to play what, a half, maybe 3/4, but they won't utilize him that much. And then obviously you add the quarterback situation, but I mean, they just find ways to keep it close, but they aren't winning those close games, which is a major problem right now. But to be fair, last year the Patriots did start off 1-3 also last year before they got things going. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Old man says, JB, I just made my whole team available for trades. Got it. Did you really list the entire team on the trade block? I mean, I guess that's one way to open conversations about who's available. You're like, look, if there's someone on your team that you like, we might can have a conversation. You got to mix something up. I hear you. I hear you. In fantasy football, there is no such thing as retaining players for next year for in our league. So I get you. And so and so and so I'll leave that one up there to Black Medicine. There, will not comment on that one in case things get back to her. But but again, still at the half right now, and so let's see. But there was a lot of close games earlier today. A lot of close games earlier today. And so, how about Zach Wilson and the Jets on the road at Pittsburgh getting that victory? How about that? And so, I did project Atlanta to have a close victory over the Cleveland Browns. That win is planned. Um, Chargers look good offensively out there, but Tennessee winning. I did not think that Tennessee was going to win. Let's see. And the Zoe says Green Bay don't look right, and so yeah, I mean, at least not offensively according to what we're used to seeing, I guess you can say. But I saw some good stuff there from time to time. In the first half, though, absolutely. First half, no. First half, no. Ben says that chick is taller than the two dudes. And so, absolutely. Let's see. But again, the next stream will be tomorrow, and that's going to be the Rams versus the 49ers in that one. The Rams versus the 49ers. And so, let's see. All right, so I'll put the poll up here and see what do you guys feel in terms of the Rams versus the 49ers for Monday Night Football. And so definitely let me know. Let's see. Old man says that has been one of the craziest NFL seasons in a while. And so I'm sorry, this has been one of the craziest NFL seasons in a while. And so absolutely, absolutely. I was really hoping though that to get a couple more points for my fantasy football team between the Ravens and Bills. I'm glad they're not playing each other again. That was tough to watch for my fantasy football team. Not as good an idea as I thought it was going to be. Let's see. And so let's see. 80 says, JB, can you never miss a stream again? When you do, bad things happen to players. When I miss a stream, bad things happen to players. And so I do hear you. I do hear you. And so, I mean, as of right now, Saturday stream for next week is probably the only one right now that I currently have up in question right now, as I have a big event going on that day, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream that day or not. But all the other ones I'll be able to stream as normal. And so, let's see. All right, so I mean, it has been bot city, guys. Bot city. I'm telling you. All right, but right now we're pretty much four votes in, two for the Rams and two for the 49ers. But again, still right now at halftime. So if you're waiting on the half to kick off in the second half, we're still right now at the half with the Chiefs up 28-17. All right, let's see. What has been the biggest, I guess, disappointment so far this NFL season? Like, biggest disappointment, whether it's a certain player's performance, a certain team's performance, let me know. The biggest disappointment so far of this NFL season. Let's see. Black Medicine says, JB, is it true that you're interviewing for the Patriots offensive coordinator job this weekend? And so, well, if I gave an answer to that, Bill Belichick would certainly not hire me. So, because it's not the Patriot way. So, certainly can't answer that. Let's see. Braden says the Colts whole team. And so, you know what, Braden? At first, I was just going to say Jonathan Taylor. But you know what? Add Michael Pittman to that as well, from a fantasy football perspective. But the tight ends are getting love from Matt Ryan. I will say that. Maybe a different tight end each week, possibly. But the tight ends are getting love. But yes, that Indianapolis team, yeah, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Let's see. I'll say also the fact that it took so long for the Raiders to get in the win category, but glad they got in the win category, but still. Let's see. Ben says biggest disappointment is Tua not being able to. I'm saying not able to stay healthy, and so, I mean, yeah, we definitely knew that. One of the things I remember that was heavily talked about throughout the draft when it came to Tua was just quite frankly, his health, especially going back to the college level, the amount of injuries that he's had, and so it's just obviously you can only say so much about a man that's getting injured like that, but certainly hope that in the future brighter days are ahead and that he's able to finish entire seasons. That would be nice to see what he can do for an entire season. Black Medicine says personally Kyle Pitts. I'll say a little bit of the play call when it comes to getting Kyle Pitts involved as well. That's a good option. Because certainly, I mean, it sounded like this man was just a top 3 round locked when it came to fantasy football, but due to the play calling, he's not getting the opportunities and the looks. But here we go to start off the second half, though. We do have the kickoff on the way. No return here by Kansas City, so they will take off 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And so let's see. Black Mason says Devontae Adams as well. And so how has Devontae Adams been looking so far? All right, so here we go. Getting back to the action here, guys, to start off the third quarter here. Chiefs with the football here. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. All right, here we go in the shotgun. Gray goes in motion here. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Takes it, fake it to the back. Throws it to Sky Moore. And so Sky Moore gets the reception. Takes it all the way to the 40-yard line here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Picked up 15 yards on the play. Sky Moore, that is his first reception of the game, and it comes on the first drive of the second half. Let's see. Ben says, actually, Trey Lance was a huge disappointment too. And so, 49ers certainly got a lot of questions there because you were hoping to get answers this year. But, man, let's see. Old man says, my biggest disappointment is New England. We could have been at least 2-2 right now. All right, here we go. Going to give it to the back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire up the middle. And so Clyde falls forward there. Picks up about 8 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 2 coming up here from the 48-yard line of the Chiefs. Here in the third quarter, again, the Chiefs up 28-17 here. First drive of the third quarter. All right, so old man says, you can definitely tell A-Rod is missing Adam, but Adam is also missing A-Rod badly. Ben says Russell Wilson looked worse than Geno Smith. Here we go. Going to give it to Clyde again. And so Clyde's going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. And so, hey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been one of my pleasant surprises, honestly, this season. Picked him up in fantasy just to have an extra back. But, hey, I mean, he's been looking great so far this season. But yeah, the fact that Russell looks worse than Geno, that is even a surprise to me. Someone that had no expectations whatsoever for Geno. I'm sorry, for Russell Wilson this season. All right, but here we go, guys. Shotgun formation. In the shotgun looking. Throws it, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10 coming up again here in the third quarter with 13 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Again, the Chiefs up 28-17. Old man says Broncos made the biggest mistake giving Russ an extension before he took a snap for the team, and so far he hasn't lived up to it for the old contract. And so absolutely trying to be too smart there, get a man the money here, but now you're going to be stuck with that for years to come. Let's see how that works out. All right, but here we go, guys. 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation here. 80 says JB loves Geno. Meanwhile, Mahomes throws it incomplete in the direction of Juju Smith-Schuster there. Now, he did take a hit on the play. Incompletion. So 3rd and 10 coming up right now. And so, again, the Chiefs up 28-17 here in the third quarter with about 13 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Old man says, can you imagine Geno win just enough games to make sure Seahawks don't get to draft Young or CJ? And so I can see that being the case, I can see that being the case. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 10 coming up. So here we go. Patrick Mahomes needs to make a play. Shotgun here. McKinnon, he goes in motion. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Takes a snap. Buccaneers send it forward. It's a screen, and it's caught by Juju Smith-Schuster. And so Juju still on the move. Going to pick up about 19 yards on the play and a first down. So now they got 1st and 10 here at the Buccaneers 30-yard line. So talking about picking things up where you left off at the half. Let's see. Ben says he played terrible last year for the Seahawks, and they just assumed it was everyone else's fault. And so, hey, math teachers say don't assume, because you know what happens when you assume, right? And so if they would have asked JB would have been 100 with him. He's not that same Russ. He's not that same chef. He's not able to cook anymore in the kitchen. I'm telling you. All right, but here we go. Throws it over the middle, and he dropped it. And so Noah Gray bobbled and dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here in the third quarter with 12 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Again, 28-17 is the score. Chiefs up by 11 here, and with the football trying to add to that lead. All right, but here we go, guys. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation. Noah Gray goes in motion. 8 seconds right now in the play clock. Takes the snap. Gives it to the back, and the back off the left guard. Going to get brought down after picking up 4 yards on the ground. So now we got 3rd and 6 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 26-yard line. Again, the Chiefs up 28-17. Let's see. Braden says, do a poll on what coach will get fired first. And so, okay, let's see. I'll have to give me about 4 potential candidates that you guys are thinking about as terms of best candidates to get fired. So that way when I make the poll, I can have some candidates to choose from. All right, but here we go, guys. 3rd and 6. Chiefs up 28-17 here, but 3rd and 6. Take the snap. And so Mahomes steps up. He's moving. Still moving. Gonna throw it up there deep, and it's gonna be incomplete. Sky Moore was the only receiver in the area, but there was 2 Buccaneers back there, and so that time overthrew everybody and incomplete. So now at 4th and 6 coming up here, and so now normally this is where you bring out the special teams unit, kick your field goal. Obviously this is not their original kicker. I mean, they just, and last week we saw the struggles for them. So will they go for the field goal attempt here? And so 80 says, what happens when you assume LOL? Well, 80s, it makes a fool out of you. That's what happens. It makes a fool out of you. But a 44-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is good. All right, so how about that? The kick is good. 31-17 is the score. So now it's a 2-touchdown lead here. And so Chiefs up 31-17 here in the third quarter with 11 minutes and 26 seconds to go. 2-touchdown game. And so let's see. All right. All right, 1 second here. All right. All right, but we're currently right now at the commercial still. And of course, score right now, the Chiefs after that field goal, 31-17 here. And so we'll get to see the Buccaneers offense for the first time here in the second half. And so Ben says, Rule, Belichick, Salem, and Kingsbury. And so I still don't have Belichick on that list. Braden says, Josh McDaniels, Matt Rule, Cliff Kingsbury, and Frank Wright. Ooh, Frank Wright. There's a candidate that you typically don't see every year. All right, so I'll go ahead and close that poll there. So let's go ahead and get that one up there. All right. And again, right now we're currently at the commercial, so not missing any of the action here. But when we come back, the Buccaneers will kick things off. I'm sorry, the Chiefs will kick things off to the Buccaneers. All right, let's see. And so Ben says, I'm just trolling with Belichick. And so half of Patriots Nation would love that, unfortunately. All right, 1 second. Just putting the poll up here, guys. All right. And so Braden wants to throw my man Josh McDaniels under the bus here already in the first year. All right, so let's go ahead and put that one. Kingsbury, Salem. Okay. You know what? I'll just put other. All right, so there goes the new poll. Let's see. Old man says, JB, if you want players to play good, just trade with me because once they're off my team, they become great. Feels like my team is the Browns. Meanwhile, kickoff on the way. No return by the Buccaneers, so they'll start off 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, trailing right now by 14 points here. 31-17 is the score. Jay says, did you take Thursday night off, JB? And so, yeah, Jay, I had to do it because I was working. I had some work projects that I had to complete, and so I did not have the opportunity to do the entire stream. So therefore, I did, Jay. I did. And so, yeah, anytime you don't see JB up there, just check the community post. And so normally I will go ahead and at least update you guys that way if I end up canceling a stream. All right, but here we go, guys. Shotgun formation from the Buccaneers 25-yard line. Takes a snap. Chiefs sending pressure. And so they're around Brady. Oh, somehow he missed Brady, and Brady's going to chunk it deep just to be incomplete. Just to be incomplete. But that time, I mean, hey, anytime Brady shakes somebody off there, that's noteworthy right there. But incomplete. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Black Medicine says, Bill O'Brien to Wisconsin. Negative. Old man says, still don't get how Matt Rule still have a job. And so, yeah, I'd say that contract they gave him, that contract is a good indication on it. Jay says, all good, JB. What about O'Brien to Nebraska? And so, O'Brien to Nebraska there. Meanwhile, the completion over the middle, and that's going to be Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin's going to take him, let's see, looks like a first down, but will they call it a first? And so that is a first down. So 1st and 10 here for the Buccaneers. Moving the chains from their own 35-yard line. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Brady gets the snap. Pressure gets to him. Incomplete. Incomplete. So right now, Kansas City becoming more and more effective at getting pressure on Tom Brady. You see Tom Brady getting up, and of course, remember in the first half, his shoulder and stuff like that. Not sure if how much that shoulder is bothering him, but I remember that shoulder from the first half. But yeah, I mean, like, I just feel like, Jay, if he went to Nebraska, it wouldn't change life for Nebraska. You're just going to be looking for another coach about 2-3 years from now in the future because, quite frankly, I think Nebraska needs somebody who's good with the public, that's going to do a great job recruiting. Like a face that everybody's like, wow, Nebraska's back. They got this guy. Here we go. Brady throws it, and, I thought that was going to be intercepted there, but it was, let's see, was it a catch? Was it incomplete? And so incomplete, and targeting Russell Gage though. Let's see. Braden says Bill O'Brien was a good coach at Penn State. That's a different scenario to me personally, Braden, because Penn State, you've already got your identity. You've already got good recruits. At that time, though, the program, it wasn't that far, removed from being a top-tier program. For Nebraska, though, it's been a little minute. So these recruits, they need someone that's going to come in and really just give them a buzz about the program because you need to recruit at Nebraska to help improve them. It's not just a coaching thing. You need better players. All right, but here we go for Brady. He's going to throw the ball. And so once again, dropped and incomplete. This time, Chris Godwin drops it. And so the Buccaneers will have to punt the ball here. 4th down coming up here from their own 35-yard line. And so Jay says, take it easy, Ode. And so let's see. Ode says you got therapy in the morning. You have a good night. And so, yeah, appreciate you for coming through, Ode. Thank you so much for coming through. You take care and good luck again with the therapy and have a great start to the week. Thanks again for coming through this week. Black Benson says no one with a brain or decent wants to go coach an unwinnable program. And so punt goes out of bounds there. So it looks like they'll be taking over. Let's see where they mark it at. But about the, let's see, looks like about the 35-yard line is where they'll take over offensively. Black Manson says Nebraska historically has struggled to recruit even in the 70s. Let's see, Eddie says JB is the NFL trying to get a franchise in Europe. And so, hey, I mean, NFL is all about expanding and selling more tickets, and so do they want to sell more tickets down there? Is the question. Yes, and they'll do whatever it takes to make that happen. Let's see. Braden says Frank Wright is leading. Interesting. And so, I mean, the Colts have been a disappointment. I mean, whenever you have a team put together like what Indianapolis looks like on paper, and then your team just take a massive step back like that, oh yes, oh yes, this is going to happen. Going to happen. Let's see. Jay says I still like Sean Clark, the head coach at Appalachian State, to be a candidate somewhere. Same, same. Like Manson says, old man. 80 says good night, old man. And again, right now, currently at the commercial here. But after the punt, it'll be the Chiefs here with the football once again. And they're up right now 31-17 here in the third quarter with about 10 minutes and 31 seconds to go. And so we'll see how the offense does this time out. But they're up by 2 touchdowns. Let's see. Ben says Josh McDaniels was happy enough to go coach an unrentable program. LOL. And then let's see. Black Medicine says 80s. I feel like they are wanting to test the waters. And so 80 says Josh McDaniels worst head coach ever. And so wow, worst head coach ever. Who do you guys really feel like was the worst head coach ever in the NFL? Worst head coach ever. And so that I am curious to see what everybody says for the worst head coach ever. In the NFL level, of course, regardless of what they did at the college level, just the NFL level. Let's see, Braden says wrong. 80s Urban Meyer was. And so let's see. So we got one for Urban Meyer. I feel like, let's see, 80 says, okay, Urban Meyer tied Josh McDaniels, LOL. I feel like Lane Kiffin, that stint he had with the Raiders was awful. And he had Jamarcus Russell, but didn't work out. And so I'll throw Lane Kiffin in there as well. Ben says Chip Kelly was the worst ever. And so good old Chip off the old block, Chip Kelly. Tried to run the NFL like a college program. All right, but here we go, guys. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, going to give it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire up the middle. And so he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. And again, the score right now is still Chiefs up 31-17. All right, here we go, guys. Clyde Edwards-Helaire goes in motion. Out of shotgun, takes it, throws it quickly to Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get enough for the first down here. And so a first down, picked up 9 yards on the play. So first and 10 coming up. Again, the Chiefs up 31-17. Jay says Buccaneers lost 26 straight games. So John McKay was the head coach. And let's see, Braden says, dang, the bots love JB streams. Black Vincent says, Urban, Chip, Cam Cameron. Let's see, good old Cam Cameron, the coach that your team got better the moment that he gets removed. And let's see, Ben says Hugh Jackson. And so another Raider, Hugh Jackson. All right, but here we go to Chiefs off the left side here on the ground. Helmet came off on the play. Got to stop the play there. Helmet came off there, but he picked up 3 yards on the play. So now we're looking at 2nd and 7 coming up here from the Chiefs 49 yards. And again, the Chiefs up 31-17 here in the third quarter with about 9 minutes to go. Braden says every coach who coaches in college and goes to the NFL usually isn't good. Let's see. Pete Carroll did good. Pete Carroll did good. Black Vincent says the bots are trying really hard. I may go check out their content. What are they doing? Selling cookies. Hugh said, let's see. Black Vincent says Hugh Jackson. All right, takes the snap. Pump fake. Gonna throw it deep, and it's gonna be caught there by Coleman, and so that's gonna be a nice catch there. Was it Coleman or was it? Might be MVS there with the reception there. Yeah, he picked up 25 yards. Braden says agreed, JB. And And so that time a big completion there. Moving the chains here. And so right now we're looking at 1st and 10. The ball right about that Tampa Bay 26-yard line right here. Gonna line up in the shotgun again. Takes a snap. Gonna take a deep shot. Incomplete. And so incomplete. Just good coverage on the play. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Watson, the intended target on the play. So 2nd and 10. Again, we're here in the 3rd quarter with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Again, the Chiefs up 31-17. Let's see. Jay says Ben McAdoo was a great head coach for the Giants. Let's see. 80 says Jimmy Johnson won in college and NFL. That is correct, 80s. Braden says, I don't think they're selling cookies. Black Mason says Pete Carroll, Dennis Green, and then Jimmy Johnson. All right, so here we go. Going to toss it to the back here. And so Clyde Edwards-Helaire doing a good job here. Takes it all the way to about the 21-yard line of the Buccaneers. And so that time he picked up about 5 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up. Let's see. Ben says, LOL, Giants had some rough ones. Ben says Adam Gase might compete for the worst ever, and so certainly would throw him in there as well. Certainly. What about Bobby Petrino? Anytime you leave a letter in the locker room and then leave the team, I mean, it says a lot about your leadership style. So, all right, but here we go, guys. 3rd and 5 out of the shotgun. Again, 21 yards away from the end zone with a key 3rd down here. Gets the snap. Buccaneers sending 3. He throws it, and it's caught there by Sky Moore, and he wants more, but he gets brought down at the 5-yard line. So right now, 5 yards away from the end zone. So far, we got 7 plays, 60 yards, and about 3 minutes and 30 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. Brady says Nick Saban wasn't good in the NFL, and so that's true. That's true. Let's see. Jay says Adam Gase has some crazy eyes, LOL. Let's see. Black Medicine says, watch it, Braden. All right, but here we go, guys. 1st and goal. Takes a snap. Mahomes looking. Feels the rush, and they got him for the sack. Got him for the sack here. Brought him down at the 10-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. Let's see. And so, Sandra, what's good with you? What's good with you? And so Sandra says you kind of look like Micah Parsons. And so, hey, Micah Parsons. And so I wish I was in his shape. I will say that. But appreciate that. And so let's see. Braden says I was going to say Bobby Petrino, but forgot his name. And so I haven't forgotten Bobby Petrino. I think he even left something in my locker room at high school letting me know that he was going to quit the Falcons. That's how bad things got. All right, but here we go, guys. Out of the shotgun here. Back goes in motion, takes a snap, going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. And that's going to be a touchdown to Fortson for Kansas City. And so how about that? Meanwhile, there is a Buccaneers defender that is down. Hope that he's okay. But that's going to be a touchdown for the Chiefs. 9 plays, 65 yards, and almost 5 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. Let's see. Ben says Orlando Brown is on a contract year and he's been struggling a bit. That is not good for the money. Got to secure the bag. But that is a nice touchdown there. And so right now, Tampa Bay trailing right now 37-17. Extra point attempts about to be on the way. Let's see, can he convert here on the extra point? He's had a pretty good game today. Kick is up. Kick is good. All right, 38-17. 38-17. And so I'll throw this coach in there. He's not going to be the worst, but for me, it always irked me every time he was considered for a head coaching job because I was like, he's a good coordinator, but a terrible, terrible option for a head coach. And that was Norv Turner. Norv Turner. Every time they mentioned this man for the head coaching job, I would just be like, guys, he's not a great head coach. He's an excellent coordinator, but not a great head coach. And let's see. Braden says he's Missouri State now. Black Manson says he addressed it. Dear, I am leaving. Let's see. Jay says that touchdown won me in fantasy. Glad I did the trade for Fournette for Mahomes straight. Wait, you said Fournette for Mahomes straight up? Someone made that trade with you, Jay? Really? Wow. And so Braden says Black Medicine, and so just wow. But again, right now we're still in the third quarter with about 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go. And so Tom Brady has made many a great comebacks in the past. And so can he add another one to it? But right now the score is Chiefs up 38-17. All right, so let's see. Braden says, I remember North Turner when he was at the Vikings and Chargers. And so, yes, because back then I felt like the Chargers had some really good teams, but they made the mistake of hiring him, and it pretty much squandered the opportunity. Let's see. Jay says, yes, they did. I traded Fournette to get Mahomes. Nothing else. My goodness. Y'all talk about getting JB'd. You talking about getting JB'd. I mean, my goodness. You got that person got JB'd. That person got mossed. I mean, it's bad, bad. Like, wow. Bad, bad, bad. And so, wow, I bet you that person right now is sitting in last place in the league right now. Wow. Let's see. Braden says, Jay, you Jay beat someone. Lewis says, one more field goal and that's it. You know what? Let's see. 45. Ooh, that's all right. One more field goal and that is it. So, Lewis is like, we need to have the defense like all the way. And so, absolutely. Let's see. Black Medicine says the Chargers were stuck in neutral with Norv, and so absolutely yes, they really were, and they had so much talent too. Jay says they offered me to trade. That moment that you wake up and you're like, wow, what's wrong with the guys? Why are they offering me that trade? Yes, I'll take it. Meanwhile, kickoff on the way here, no return, so that means the Buccaneers will take over first and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Let's see, Ben says, Jay, try offering them another trade if they have any good players left. Sounds like you're dealing with a special person. Let's see, Braden says, dang, these bots want us to buy their cookies. And so it seems that way. All right, but here we go, guys. First and 10. Again, here in the third quarter with 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Takes a snap, looking. Throws it. It's caught by Evans, and so Evans makes one guy miss, shoved out of bounds there, but picked up about a good 6-7 yards on the play. So we got second and about 3 coming up here. So second and 3 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 32-yard line. Again, the Buccaneers trailing right now 38-17 here in the third quarter with about 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Let's see. Black Mesa says the bots are on steroids. We honestly need to do the right thing and check out their content. And so JB does not co-sign that at all. All right, but here we go. From their own 32-yard line, take the snap. Going to give it to the back, and that's Rashard Wright with the carry. And so he's going to pick up 4 yards out of the shotgun formation. So now we got first and 10 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 36-yard line. Again, we're still in the third quarter here. And the score right now, Chiefs up 38-17. So Tampa Bay with the football here, trying to make something happen with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Brady gets the snap here. Looking, throws it, and it is caught by Evans. There is a penalty. There is a penalty right here, but that is going to be a catch. And I'm guessing that's defensive pass interference. Ben says, I got a bot in the mail and I'm about to check out the cookie, LOL. All right, yes, right. Penalty is declined because they got the reception anyways there. 15-yard reception by my man Mike Evans here. I have probably traded Mike Evans on fantasy football more than any other player that I've ever owned when it comes to fantasy football because he's so hit or miss in this offense. Depends on everybody else's health. But here we go, out of the shotgun. Brady with the ball, looking, throws, and it's going to be completed there to a tight end, a pickup of 6 yards on the play. That is Oton with the reception, or Autumn with the reception. And so, we have somebody here limping off the field. All right, so here we go, guys. 2nd and 4 coming up here. Again, 3 minutes and 57 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and the Chiefs still up 38-17. Brady up under center, takes it, quick pass. Godwin with the reception. And he's going to fall forward there. Picks up about 2 yards on the play, which is going to bring up 3rd and 2 here from the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Again, right now, Tampa Bay here, Chiefs side of the field here, but they're down right now by 21 points here. But we've seen Tom do it time and time again. So does he have another one in him? We're going to find out. Let's see. Braden says, I know who's sending these bots, Hall of Famer. We have got to stop the blasphemy, Braden. He is not in the Hall of Fame, so we are not going to just throw that name out there for anybody. Ben says Matt Nagy should replace Bieniemy as offensive coordinator. All right, here we go. Brady throws it to Rashad White. So White has it. He's got the first down. Still on his feet here. And he's going to get brought down to about the 32-yard line here of the Chiefs. Let's see. Jay says, I think it's certain he will after this season, Ben. As he should. You want to keep your franchise quarterback happy. And so far, I mean, look at the play selection. 35 passes to just 4 rushes here for Tampa. All right, here we go again. 3rd quarter, 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Godwin goes in motion. Brady takes a snap here. Play fake. Brady looking. He's going to dump it down to Rashad White. And so White, he's going to pick up about a good 8 yards on that one. So we got 2nd and short coming up here in the 3rd quarter with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Again, Chiefs still up by 21, 38-17. Let's see. Braden says the poll is interesting, JB. And so good. I will check that one once we get to the end of the 3rd quarter. Jay says Mahomes has argued with Bieniemy twice now. They can't have that going on. That reminds me of when Tom Brady and Bill O'Brien would constantly argue for the Patriots a couple times. All right, but shotgun formation here. Brady gets a snap. Looking. Going to throw it up there. And, it's caught by 41 on that sideline. How about that? And so Keith with the reception. Big time there. 19 yards. Taking it all the way to the 4-yard line. Again, about 1:40 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. So certainly if you're Tampa Bay here, you got to turn this drive into a touchdown. You just have to. But you're also going to need some defensive stops as well. Meanwhile, let's see how JB's fantasy football team is looking. All right, here we go. 1st and goal. Tight end goes in motion here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Brady looking. Feels the rush. Brady throws it. Oh, incomplete. But Mike Evans took a shot, and that's going to draw a penalty. Oh, man, they're going to draw a penalty on that one. And so, wow. Let's see. Braden says, what about Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady were arguing? And so, well, Tom argues with everybody at that point. But Bill O'Brien was really just taking it to the extreme. But yeah, personal foul against Thornhill there. Let's see. Ben says, I heard the Bengals game last year might have been a Bieniemy mistake. He told Mahomes on the radio we had a timeout left before halftime where time ran out. And so, yeah, can't be making those mistakes. Cannot be miscommunicating like that. All right, but here we go, guys. 1st and goal here. Takes the snap. Going to give it to the back. And so the back. Looks like they stopped him there. Looks like they stopped him. 2nd and short coming up here. 2nd and short. 58 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ooh. Look at Chris Godwin down right now. And so that is someone that already attempted to start off the season. He got hurt. And so Chris Godwin, wow. And again, we're here in the 3rd quarter with 58 seconds to go. Medical staff is going to look at Chris Godwin. And so they're going to hit us with the commercial here. Let's see. Jay says, who was the Buccaneers quarterback before drafting? Before drafting Jameis Winston. Who was the quarterback for the Buccaneers before they selected Jameis Winston? Does anybody know that question off the top of their head? I can't believe that I don't remember who was the quarterback before famous Jameis. I mean, was it, Ben says, wasn't it Mike Glennon or something? I feel like Mike Glennon might have been a candidate there, but I feel like they had Mike Glennon, but didn't somebody else start over him, or did he actually get the start? Oh, man, I can't remember if it was now I'm gonna be thinking about that for a minute. I gotta figure out who was the Buccaneers quarterback before Jameis Winston. That's a great question. A great question. Meanwhile, though, we're currently at the commercial right now, so we're not missing anything. It's going to be second and goal at the 1 yard line when we come back. But Bucs wide receiver Chris Godwin got injured on the play, so therefore, medical staff is tending to him. But so far in the drive, 9 plays, 74 yards, 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Let's see. Braden says it was Josh Freeman. And so I do remember Josh Freeman, but was it a whole season, Braden, or was it just for a game or two? Because I feel like it was just a couple games that he started. But it could have been the whole season. Who knows? Let's see. Braden says Mike Glennon was. And so, okay, so good old Mike Glennon. But man, that was a good question in terms of who was that quarterback before Jameis Winston. All right, but again, still at the commercial right now. And so just to see how Tampa Bay is doing right now. So right now, Rashard White is getting a lot of the workload in the backfield there. He's got 2 carries for 5 yards, but he's also getting receptions as well. They're utilizing him in that role. 4 catches, 39 yards so far in this one for Rashard White back there. As you can see here at the goal line, you would think Leonard Fournette would be in the game, but they are utilizing Rashard White. Let's see. Jay says, I thought it was Josh McCown and Glennon. And so Braden says, check the poll, JB. And so, all right. So looking at the poll, look at how close it is. So right now, Frank Wright leading the poll at 29%, but Matt Rule, Cliff Kingsbury, and somebody else randomly at 24% each. So super close poll right now. Super close. I'm going to leave it up for a little bit longer, though, but super close poll. All right, so glad to see that Chris Godwin right now on the sideline. Medical staff looking at him, but at least it's nothing that seems like it's too severe. So now we got second and goal, 1 yard away. You know Tom Brady historically has done quarterback sneaks. Will they do that, or will they just give the ball to White in the backfield, or throw it up to Evans? Let's see. Snaps the ball, looking, throws it up to Evans, incomplete in the direction of Mike Evans. So now we got third and goal coming up. I do wonder why not put in Leonard Fournette, the big body running back, and let him get into the end zone here. Let's see. Brandon says, you're right, Jay. It was Josh McCown and Mike Glennon. And so, okay, so good old Josh McCown. Okay. All right, but here we go. Evans goes in motion. They're going to snap the ball, give it to White, and so White dives into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Buccaneers. And so Rashard White gets the first score here for the Buccaneers in the second half. That drive took 11 plays, 75 yards, and almost 5 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. So the score right now is Chiefs up 38-23. Now the Buccaneers do have an extra point coming up here that should make it 38-24. You know what, Braden? I also thought about what about Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I believe that was a little bit later. All right, but here we go. Extra point attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So, all right, so the score right now is Chiefs up 38-24. But, of course, you can never, ever, ever count out the GOAT. And so still plenty of time here. Just 44 seconds left to go in the third quarter. But we got a whole nother quarter to go after this. Ben says the Chiefs can't slow down or Brady will make them pay. And so absolutely, absolutely. Speaking of which, JB's taking a quick look right now at his fantasy football team right now. And so, yeah, things are looking good right now. Could use another rush from Clyde Edwards-Helaire, though. Could use another rushing touchdown from him to make things just that much more better. Brandon says, I remember now the Buccaneers gave McCown a big contract after he played well for the Bears. And so, okay. And I remember when he was with the Bears now. I wanted him to start that final game of the season over Jay Cutler. I didn't understand going back to Jay Cutler. To me, Jay Cutler just was not the answer. And so, but they swapped. I said, why switch from the man who with the hot hand? Made no sense to me. All right, but getting ready for the kickoff here. Again, 14-point lead here for the Chiefs. They're up 38 to 24, and they will be getting the football. But Tampa Bay, they scored last time, but they will need their defense to contribute here if they are to come back and win this one. All right, here we go. Kickoff on the way. Bad looking kickoff and goes out of bounds. So it's going to go out of bounds there, which means that you're going to gift the Chiefs with good starting field position from the 40-yard line. All right, so I will go ahead and end the poll now. All right, so Frank, right now, the people have spoken. Your job is on fire. I'd also throw Ron Rivera in there as well right now. All right, so here we go, guys. First and 10. Takes the snap. Going to give it to the back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire off the right guard here. Still moving forward. Going to pick up about 5 yards on the carry. Need to see more of that. 32 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Again, the Chiefs up 38 to 24. Braden says very close poll. Jay says who is the Raiders starting quarterback before Derek Carr? So before Derek Carr, guys, who were the Raiders starting quarterback? And so I'm afraid to give my answer here. I need to see somebody else give their answer to see if the same person that I'm thinking is actually that person. Because if not, then JB will be way off in terms of the quarterback before Derek Carr. All right, but that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So at the end of the third quarter, the Chiefs lead this one 38 to 24. 38 to 24. And so right now we're currently at the commercial due to the end of the quarter, but Chiefs up by 14 right now. Let's see, Braden says Terrell Pryor and Mac McLaurin. And so, I remember those days, the Terrell Pryor and Mac McLaurin days. They've come a long way. Raiders have come a long way. Let's see, Ben says third and 49 Pryor. Yeah, they have come a long way. And so, but yes, let's see. All right, but yeah, JB's fantasy football team is happy right now. We could do a little bit better, but we're happy right now with where things are. All right, but let's see. Meanwhile, since it's the end of the third quarter right now, make sure that you guys, if you haven't already, that you did press the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And hey, appreciate you guys for making it through 3 quarters with us so far. 1 quarter remaining in this high scoring affair right now. Y'all gonna laugh at JB for this one, but when it came to who did JB think it was, I actually went all the way back to Jason Campbell. So that's how far JB's brain went back to Jason Campbell, his time with the Raiders. And so, yeah. All right, let's see. All right, but still waiting to come back from the commercial with 1 quarter left here. And so in the third quarter, though, the Chiefs did outscore the Buccaneers 10-7 in that quarter. But of course, fourth quarter is where it matters the most here. And so defense is going to be where the Buccaneers are going to have to make their mark here and find a way to slow down this Chiefs offense, which through 3 quarters already has 38 points. And so far, you want to talk about a guy on fire right now, Patrick Mahomes. He's currently 20 of 32 for 220 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked twice, though. And the Chiefs on the ground as a team, 25 carries, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. And so looking great in that area. Through the air, though, Travis Kelce, 8 catches, 70 yards, and a receiving touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he has a receiving touchdown for 2 yards as well. And so MVS, 2 catches, 61 yards. Juju, 5 catches, 46 yards. Spreading the wealth around. But here we go. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap. Mahomes throws it. It's caught by Kelce, of course. That's going to be a first down. Needed 5 yards, and he got him 5 yards there for the first down. And so just like that, the Chiefs offense has been moving the ball all day long. And so let's see. Braden said Jason Campbell played for the Raiders between like 2010, 2011. And so, yeah, that's how far back JB was thinking. So JB went too far back for the Raiders. All right, so here we go. This time Mahomes up under center. Ball right now at midfield. Tight end Noah Gray goes in motion, takes a snap, play fake. A rusher's coming at him, and so they're going to bring him down for the sack. Bring him down for the sack. Good job, I guess, by Mahomes just simply protecting the ball on that sack. But Edwards came in unblocked and got him. Great job by the defensive coordinator, dialing up something different. You can't let him just keep, sitting back there. So that time Edwards dialed up something different and got back there. But honestly, Noah Gray missed the chip that he was supposed to do on the guy on the outside. Didn't see him till it was too late. Let's see, Ben says, what's the emphasis on women coaches? Who cares? They're not Rosa Parks. And so, but again, we got 2nd and 15 coming up. And the Buccaneers have been sacked 3 times. Again, the Chiefs right now sacked once. And so Mahomes here on the move, looking. He's going to scramble, and he's going to pick up about a good 11 yards on the scramble there. So you got, let's see, 3rd and 4 coming up here, 3rd and 4. Ball right now at the Tampa Bay 44-yard line coming up here. So, and again, here in the 4th quarter with 13 minutes and 24 seconds to go. The Chiefs up currently right now 38-24. But if you're the Buccaneers right now, 3rd and 4, you got to be able to get them off the field on 3rd downs. Can they do it? Right now the ball is at Tampa Bay's 44-yard line. Shotgun formation here. They got McKinnon in the backfield here. Trips towards the bottom of the formation. Juju goes in motion. Buccaneers showing pressure, but they send 3. Mahomes throws it. Oh, it is caught. It is caught. What a nice reception by Travis Kelce. And so, wow. I mean, Braden, I know you're happy about that. I know you got Kelce. I know you're happy about that. But that time over the middle. And so just great concentration by Kelce there to bring that one in. And great job for the reception. Let's see. Braden says Travis Kelce is balling out for me. And so, yes. Are you winning your matchup right now, Braden? I think you should be. Because Kelce's got 9 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. They snap the ball, going to give it to the back, and so, still driving forward here. Going to pick up 6 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 4 coming up here, 2nd and 4 from the Tampa Bay 16-yard line. Again, so far in this drive, 6 plays, 44 yards, 3 minutes and 24 seconds turn time possession off the clock. Another factor to remember is that this Buccaneers defense, they've been on the field so long today that you got to think that fatigue is certainly kicking in for his defense. And as this 4th quarter wears on more and more, that will become more and more to be the case. All right, tight end Noah Gray goes in motion there. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap here, gives it to the back, and so up the middle. And he's going to pick up 2 yards on the carry. So we got 3rd and 2 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 14-yard line. Again, just got to love how this year the Chiefs are able to really get a lot out of the ground game so far this year. All right, but so far, guys, every time the Chiefs have gotten to the red zone, 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. And so I've heard of bend but don't break defense, but man, I mean, Tampa's been breaking on every occasion, so now they've got to find a way to prevent them from getting a score here. 11 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, Chiefs with the 38-24 lead here. Mahomes under center, 1 back in the backfield. We're going to have a timeout called here. So that came from the sideline. Their first timeout. Braden says, I can't believe this defense stopped us last week. And so, yeah, Braden's not happy about that. But football is a week-to-week type of thing, because, I mean, I can't believe that Indianapolis was able to hang with the Chiefs, seeing how the Chiefs played today. But football, they're a week-to-week type of thing, and there are just certain weeks where your quarterback is on. That's what separates the great quarterbacks, is that they can have games like this. Just right now, 22 of 34 for 247 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. That is Patrick Mahomes so far today. And we're here in the 4th quarter with 10 minutes and 56 seconds to go. The Chiefs are up 38-24 over the Buccaneers. All right, so they need 2 yards to get the first down here, and about a good 14 yards to get into the end zone. Can Tampa Bay's defense get a stop here, or will the Chiefs keep imposing their will? Here we go. They snap the ball here. Play fake. Mahomes looking. Looking, throws it, and oh, incomplete, incomplete. MVS, the intended target there, but incomplete. And so right now, Mahomes not happy about that. 4th and 2 coming up right now. And so 4th down, Andy Reid physically upset with that one. Physically upset with that one. So do you kick the field goal here? I think you do. You kick the field goal here. It's close enough to where the kicker should be able to make it. He is a professional kicker. And then extend it from 2 scores to 3. All right, so here we go. 32-yard field goal attempt coming up. Ben says so many drops. All right. Extra. So the field goal is good. So right now the Chiefs extend the lead here to 3 scores. They're up 41-24 right now. And you can tell they want this game bad. But as Ben alluded to, so many drops, more drops than after JB's fantasy football team disappoints him and he drops half the team. And so, yes, but right now we're currently at the commercial right now. When we come back, it will be kickoff. And so things are very interesting right now for this Tampa Bay team. Now that you're down by 17 points right now, you're in the 4th quarter, 10 minutes and 47 seconds to go. I mean, can Tom do it? Can he? Braden, let's see. Braden says, I wonder when Harrison Buckner will be back. And so I think, if not, like, I don't know for sure, but I believe about a week, if not a week, then maybe 2, somewhere around that range. Jay says, who was the Vikings quarterback before Bridgewater? So before good old Teddy Bridgewater was there with the Vikings. And so you guys definitely caught JB off guard here. JB has forgotten all of those quarterbacks there. But before him, was it, well, let's see. I'm trying to think because Bridgewater was around the time Adrian Peterson was there. So before him, was it by chance maybe Tavares Jackson maybe? I'm going to throw that out there. Tavares Jackson, as Ben said, Christian Ponder. But yeah, I'm going to say, was it Tavares Jackson or did that come before? Then I'm trying to think. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Ben says, I got to think back for these. And so, yes, y'all making JB go back in time. And so, so, but yeah, I'm trying to think if that was the case. I feel like it either has to be Christian Ponder or Tavares Jackson, one of those 2 quarterbacks. But again, right now at the commercial here, and of course the Chiefs lead this one 41-24. Just kick the field goal, and so now they're gonna have to go ahead and kick off the ball here and see what the Buccaneers can do down by 17 here in the 4th quarter with about 10 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Let's see, Braden says, I think you and me make the moves in fantasy football, and so that we do. You know, always trying to, JB someone, Jay says Christian Ponder and Matt Castle. Oh, I forgot Matt Castle played for the Vikings at some point. I remember when he was with the Chiefs after the Patriots, and so, okay, bet. All right, so here we go. I was going to throw Joe Webb in there as well. All right, but kickoff on the way. All right, so no return on that one. And so Tampa Bay will take off here 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Obviously, they're going to have to air it out here. So, Tom, we're looking. We're looking, Tom. Let's see. Ben said, once upon a time, the Chiefs felt lucky to have Matt Castle. All right, so here we go. So here we go, guys. 1st and 10 here for the Buccaneers. They're trailing right now 41-24. Shotgun formation here. Russell Gage goes in motion, takes a snap here. Quick pass there to Godwin. And so Chris Godwin's going to take it all the way to about the 31-yard line. Picked up 6 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 4 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 31-yard line. Jay says, LOL, yes, Ben, the dark ages. Yeah, that's going back. Dark ages for you guys, but those were pleasant times for me. For my Patriots anyways back then. But here we go. Brady throws it, and it's going to be completed there to the tight end, and he's going to pick up about 12 yards on the play. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Should be defensive offsides. Defensive offsides here, so they will decline that penalty, and so that pass is going to stand. Let's see. Braden says, I remember when Joe Webb had to play us in the playoffs in 2012, and so yes, I remember that. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Ball at the 43-yard line. Brady snaps it. Going to throw it to Leonard Fournette at the backfield, and so Fournette is going to pick up about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up here from the Tampa Bay 47-yard line. Again, here in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Chiefs up 41-24 right now. 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Looking. Going to throw it to Leonard Fournette at the backfield here. And he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd and 6 coming up here. It's on 3rd down from Tampa Bay's 47-yard line. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Takes a snap. Throws it. And it's going to be caught by Russell Gage. I'm sorry, that's Leonard Fournette there. But there is a penalty here. Penalty. I'm sorry, that was Russell Gage there. But there is a penalty. Let's see what they call. Waiting on the officials to tell us the call here. But based upon Chris Godwin's reaction, we can assume it's on the offense here. Let's see, Jason. I remember watching Byron Leftwich fill in a few games for Big Ben. Now he's Tampa offensive coordinator. Yes, I remember that. And I remember him down there in Jacksonville. And again, this is offensive pass interference there, so no play there. Backed them up 10 yards. And so now for the Buccaneers, they're going to be facing 3rd and 16. But yes, I remember Byron Leftwich being down there with the Jaguars back in the day. The Fred Taylor days. All right, here we go. Brady moving around in the pocket here. He's going to throw it. And, oh, will that be a catch? But wait a second. Wait a second. Another penalty here. 80 says, is JB calling OT? JB is not going to call OT in this one. But there was a holding called on the offense, so negate that play. Back them up 10 yards. Now we're looking at 3rd and 26 here for the Buccaneers from their own 27-yard line. Penalties are derailing this drive. They really can't afford that right now. Let's see. Ben says, would have been a sack without the hold. All right, so 3rd and 26, guys. Brady gets a snap, throws a quick pass down low. And so gets stumbling up there. So Cole Beasley is going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. However, that's not going to do anything for the offense here. So the offense will have to punt the ball as it's 4th and 21 right now at the Tampa Bay 32-yard line. Jay says, I feel like this game isn't on Tom. He just needs more pieces. Jay says he still makes good throws. And so, well, Jay, I feel like for Tom, he's got, there's a lot of quarterbacks. If you gave them more pieces, they'd be a lot better, But as they always like to say, you have the title of the GOAT. He's got this guy, Mike Evans. He's got Chris Godwin out there, He's got to be able to make it do what it do out there at some point. All right, but here we go. Gets it at the 22-yard line, 25, 30. And taking all the way to about the 34-yard line. And so here you go. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Let's see. Braden says, Brady has been looking miserable this year. And so, a lot. His guys were hurt. I'll give him that. But at the same time, they're out there now. And so, let's see. Ben says, yeah, that was a great throw. I didn't see the hold till the replay. And so, Aaron, how are you doing? How are you doing? Appreciate you for coming through. And you say that Brady is the GOAT. And so, there you go. Absolutely. Brady is indeed the GOAT. I mean, for me personally, and y'all tell JB if JB wrong, just let JB know in the comment section if JB wrong, guys. But I personally feel like this. I feel like even if you're the GOAT, if you're someone like, Aaron Rodgers or whomever, I feel like when you're in your prime, the peak of your prime, I feel like you don't really necessarily need that many great weapons around you. You can still go out there and be great, but at some point, once you become older, even if you're still good at throwing the ball, you still need to have playmakers that can go out there and win their matchups. It's the days of just carrying guys along. That day is done, So I feel like that's the phase that Tom Brady's in right now. And that's not a knock on Tom Brady's greatness. We've seen what Tom has done. I just feel like Buccaneers, in order to help Brady out, got to have the top weapons out there, and he can make it happen now. He can make it happen. Jay says, and maybe Bruce Arians did a better job with the offense. I don't know. And so, I mean, they started the year off with injuries. The offensive line isn't what it could be or what he needs it to be right now. And so, a lot of things are going on. I mean, you can add the man personal life is now different than before and stuff like that. So, there's many factors right now that's coming into play, I feel like, for this Tampa Bay team. But not to make excuses because that is the NFL, like sometimes that's just how it is. We all saw the Michael Jordan with the Washington Wizard days. We all saw that. We know that even the GOATs, at some point, your GOATness is going to wear off at some point. And then not only that, the last 2 years that we saw with the Patriots with Tom Brady. I mean, you can't forget the last 2 years Tom was with the Patriots. It wasn't something that screamed, hey, I still got it. There was a lot of questions. People thought Tom was done. But then you put him in Tampa, you gave him a lot of weapons and stuff like that. All of a sudden, he looked rejuvenated and went out there and looked great. Let's see. Ben says, what's up with Arians anyway? Step down as a coach and stays in the organization. My man thinks that he can just substitute himself in if need be. Jay says, I always think of Peyton Manning in his last year. He was a shell of himself, but he won a Super Bowl that last year, which goes to show winning a Super Bowl is a team accomplishment. Because when he was breaking records back then with the Colts, he was not getting Super Bowls like that until they gave him a defense that 1 year. So Super Bowls is something that's a team type of achievement. Meanwhile, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he had an 8-yard run on that one. That's good to see so far. Clyde's got 12 carries, 72 yards, and a rushing touchdown. He's also got 1 catch for 2 yards and a receiving touchdown as well. Here we go, guys. 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield here. Tight end goes in motion here. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back in the backfield. Going to toss to the back. And so Clyde looking for some room here. And so he finds it and gets enough for the first down. 3 yards and a first down. Fresh set of downs to go here for the Chiefs. And of course, every first down takes off that much more time off the clock. Let's see. Ben says, I don't think the Broncos have won the Chiefs game since that year. Ben says, and even that one was a Jamal Charles fumble away from a win. Let's see. Jay says, I was at the Charles fumble game, Ben. So sad that was. And so, yes, the great Jamal Charles. He did it all back there. Did it all. All right, but here we go out of the shotgun. Tight end goes in motion, takes a snap here. Going to give it to the back. And so Clyde up the middle. Going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. All right, so here we go, guys. 6 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. All right, here we go, guys. Mahomes up under center. 1 back in the backfield, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers on the play. Takes a snap with 5 seconds, hit quick pass to MVS. And so MVS here going to take it to the 50-yard line before he gets brought down. Again, the Chiefs up right now 41-24. So the object for them is simple. Run this clock out. That is the objective here for the Chiefs, and obviously continue to get first downs to do that. Let's see. Jay says, that was when the Chiefs tickets were $50 and now they're $160. Man, have times changed, Jay. Man, how they have changed. Let's see. Ben says, yeah, we blew that one. Still a sore memory. Ben says, Arians look sad. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun here. Travis Kelsey goes in motion. Mahomes takes the snap here, looking. Gonna throw it. Picked off. It is picked off. And so, yeah, I probably would have still ran that ball there, or at least not taken a deep shot, but he's still on his feet here. 35 gets pushed out of bounds at about the 34-yard line of the Chiefs here. So, a turnover like that, you're in full control of the game here. Just keep the clock moving. No need to take risk, but that's how Mahomes, he is Mahomes, and so he's going to take his shots. That time he was aiming for Juju Smith-Schuster, but he was picked off. And so now we are at the commercial. Currently at the commercial here. Let's see. Jay says, okay, Mahomes don't need to blow my fantasy lead with an INT. You're only up by 4 points. And so, ooh, Jay, talking about cutting it close. And again, right now, currently at the commercial here. And so, but again, right now, currently at the commercial. And so let's just take a quick look right now how the stats will be looking now. Of course, the Chiefs are up right now 41-24 here in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go. But Pat Mahomes right now, 23 of 37, 249 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Also sacked 3 times. Meanwhile, for Tom Brady, 31 of 42 for 299 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked once. On the ground here for both of these teams, the Chiefs on the ground, 31 carries, 168 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, 6 carries for 3 yards and a rushing touchdown. Let's see. Jay says that he missed the Brady Manning games. Those were your favorites to watch, and so those were some good ones. I mean, with my father, Pop Brown, being a Colts fan, with Peyton Manning back then, and then me with Tom Brady and the Patriots. Hey, those were some good days. Now, when he went to the Broncos, though, it was kind of annoying then, Peyton with the Broncos. Let's see, Braden says, just saw the Mahomes touchdown pass earlier. That was amazing. And so that it was. All right, and so after the turnover here by Kansas City, we'll see what Tampa Bay does here. Of course, Tampa Bay here running short on time with 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Brady takes a snap here. Going to run a screen here for Leonard Fournette. And so Leonard Fournette off the left side here, still running, gets the first down, still on his feet, and going to fall forward there. Picked up about a good 14 yards on the play. It's going to be a first down here. So the ball right now at about the 21-yard line here of Kansas City. Here they're going to hurry up here. All right, so Brady right now directing traffic, shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap here, looking, throws it, incomplete in the direction of Russell Gage there, but incomplete. So 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the fourth. Again, Chiefs up 41-24. Let's see. Braden says Pop Brown was pissed the Patriots cheated in the 2014 AFC Championship game. I find it funny because Dolphin fans always talk about that, but yet their team has been amid a lot of controversy as of late. And so I find that very funny. All right, but here we go, guys. Third down coming up. Again, here in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Takes a snap, looking, throws it, and it's going to be caught. Taken down at about the 5-yard line. So here we go, guys. First and goal from the 5. Oh, I know the game that Tom Brady's had. I've definitely lost my other fantasy football league. And so Brady's looking, going to throw it, and it's going to be caught by Leonard Fournette, and he's going to force his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Braden says shots fired, and so, I mean, it's just the facts. It's the facts, The fact is, a lot of teams get in trouble. If anything, the Saints I think have been penalized more than we have as of like in the last couple of decades for infractions. So it's not us. But yeah, that time Brady found his back out the backfield there, got the touchdown. Now right now, 41-30. They got the extra point coming up here, and so that's going to be a 10-point difference here. But two possession. But you still got all three timeouts. You still got Tom Brady here, but the defense. We have to see what they called here after this. But the extra point right now is good. And so a 10-point game right now, 41-31 is our score. All right, but again, hit right now with another commercial here. Let's see, Braden says you're right though, JB. And so, yep, that's the fact. That's the facts. That is the facts. All right, but again, still right now at the commercial here, but a 10-point game here. Does anybody believe that Tampa can pull this off? Being down by 10 points here with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Is there anyone here that's willing to vouch for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers? We're going to give you an opportunity here in the chat to let us know you still believe in Tampa Bay right now to pull this one off. Again, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, all three timeouts. 80 says, so no OTJB. That's right, no OTJB today. Let's see. Ben says the reason the Colts lost by 30 points was definitely football PSI. And so poor Lewis. Poor Lewis. And so there you go. Jay says if anyone can do it, it's Brady, but I don't see it. And so, all right. So Jay says Brady can do it, but he just doesn't see it today. Just doesn't see it today. And so Braden says nope. And so, John, we have someone that does believe. So you heard it here first. John says that he believes. Lewis says NBA started, but dang. Let's see. Isaac, what's good with you? Isaac says that Brady might pull it off. So we do have some optimism here that Brady can potentially pull this one off. And so, okay, let's see if that does happen. Matter of fact, let me get the next poll question up. All right, I should change it from can to will Brady pull off this comeback. All right, let's see. Are we watching some type of historic game here? Will Brady pull off this comeback? Let's see. Isaac says Brady might pull it off. Ben says would take a fumble on kickoff or something. And so 80 says Lewis. All right, but here we go. They've got the kickoff unit here. Let's see if they try anything. No, they're going to kick it off. They're going to kick it off. Okay. No return on this one. I find that decision to be very interesting that we're going to kick things off. But you got to rely on your defense. So you need your defense to make a play. This is why you have the defense out there. So you need them to make a play. But with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, every play matters that much more. Let's see. Braden says a lot of yes right now. All right, so let's see. 6 votes right now. 3 no's, 3 yes. Here we go. Mahomes takes the snap. Going to give it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's off the left side here. Still running, and going to pick up about 8 yards on the play before being tackled by Devin White of the Buccaneers. So now we're looking at 2nd and 2 right now. And, of course, the time, the biggest factor right now is that time. Every first down you get, just that much more time you can take off the clock here. Tampa Bay does have all 3 timeouts. You do have the 2-minute warning, and you do got Brady. Those are the good things right here. But you've got to figure out a way to stop this offense, and it starts with getting a 3 and out if you're the Buccaneers. Lewis says it's not a playoff game, so no. Braden says now it's tied. All right, here we go, guys. A fullback in the backfield. Takes a snap. Going to give it to Clyde, and he's going to... Ooh, he's going to come up just shy a yard shy. So now we're looking at 3rd and 1 right now. 2 minutes and 41 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. 10-point lead here for the Chiefs, and the Buccaneers are going to call their first timeout. They've got the clock on their mind for sure, but 3rd and 1, can that defense, you know what they're going to try to do here, can the defense get a stop? Brady says now it's no, LOL, and so up right now it's leaning towards no right now. And so Lewis says he needs a cold drink. With 3rd and 1 coming up. Again, Buccaneers still have 2 timeouts remaining right now. They're down 41-31 here in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go here. They want to give the GOAT a chance to show his GOATness once again, but they're going to have to make a stop for that to really happen. If you're the Chiefs, though, so far today in this game for the Chiefs, though, they've done tremendous on the ground. About 33 carries for 177 yards. Here we go. Receiver goes in motion. Mahomes up under center. Gets the snap. Going to give it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get the first down there. Picked up 2 yards here. First down. And so now 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, still got the 2-minute warning. Still got 2 timeouts right now. But you're down by 2 scores as well if you're Tampa Bay. That was a massive, massive failure on 3rd down to try to get the stop. John says, let's stop them. Ben says, hope we see this matchup as the Super Bowl. I don't want Brady to retire with an undefeated playoff record versus Mahomes. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. But it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And so at the 2-minute warning here, the Chiefs up 41-31. They got 1st and 10 right now from their own 36-yard line. And so we got to see how this is going to play out. But right now, it's not looking so good right now for Tampa unless you can rip the ball out. Guys need to be extremely aggressive at trying to rip the ball out here if you're Tampa Bay and try to get the football somehow, some way. And so let's see. Braden says, just got recommended to watch the Super Bowl 46 highlights, LOL. Yes. All right, so here we go. Of course, the Chiefs on the sideline talking about this right here coming up. And so Jeremy, what's good with you, Jeremy? And so Jeremy says, dang, Brady. John says that we need a pick. And so here we go, guys. 2 minutes left to go in this one. Ben says, nah, Chiefs need to just keep running. And so those no's are getting stronger. But we're at the 2-minute mark, so I will go ahead and call it. All right, so down by 10 points. Things are looking extremely gloomy right now. I'm trying to think of the best case scenario. Other than a turnover, I feel like you would need a turnover. You would need to force that ball out. Whether it's a bad snap, whether it's a fumble, you would need a turnover. All right, but here we go. Gives it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire off the right side. And so he's still running, and brought down after picking up 5 yards on the carry. So how about that? Another timeout called here by Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd timeout here in the fourth quarter with 1 minute and 53 seconds to go. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Chiefs from their own 41-yard line. Look at Kansas City's schedule of games they got coming up. They got the Raiders coming up, and I feel like now's the time to play them, of course. You've got the Bills after that, and so that'll be a good matchup there. And so, but yeah, looking at their schedule coming up, it'll be very interesting. Jay says, if Brady comes back with 2 minutes, I will throw my TV out the window. Don't do that, Jay. It ain't worth it. All right, but here we go, guys. 2nd and 5. Again, 1 minute 53 seconds left to go in the game. The Chiefs are up 41-31 right now. Mahomes up under center. Fullback goes in motion. Going to give it to the back. And so the back, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, they brought him down for a loss on the play. So he lost some yards here. And so immediately going to get a timeout call. And that is their 3rd and final timeout called here. Let's see. Braden says, don't do that, Jay. Jay says we get the Chiefs next week on Monday Night Football, I believe. Jay says the Raiders versus Chiefs, I should say. And so, yes. And so Ben says, yeah, Monday night at Arrowhead. I begin here, fourth quarter here, just a minute and 48 seconds left to go. No timeouts right now. No timeouts here. And so for those of you that still believe in TB12, you're going to need this defense right now to come up with a big stop here. 3rd and 7 coming up. We've seen Tom do a little bit of everything here, but I think even this would be like an extremely high achievement to pull this one off. All right, but here we go. So Mahomes in the offense out there. He's up under center. Takes a snap. Gives it to the back. And so Clyde trying to get to the outside here. Cuts it up. Trying to get the first down. And he does get the first down. He does. But wait a second here. Wait a second. There is a penalty on this one. A penalty. That's massive right there. Massive penalty right there. I thought it was game, but that is going to be a big penalty to keep hope alive here for the Buccaneers, or at least what's left of it. Jay says Clyde has such a cool face mask. It looks old school. Ben said first down, game over. And then John says dang. And so let's see. They called the penalty on Fortson there. Ben says, oh, wow, thanks, ref. 80 says Bill Belichick spikes headsets in frustration after Romeo Doubs near touchdown. All right, so here we go here for the Chiefs. One back in the backfield here. Multiple tight ends, one receiver. Takes a snap. Going to give it to the back off the right side here. And he's running hard and still moving forward here. Going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. And so Ben says Bucs player held him. So 4th down coming up. So they're going to melt as much time as they can here. The Chiefs have 2 timeouts. And so they can use one after they melt all the time that they possibly can and leave as little time as possible for Tom. But what we do know is that Tom, he will get the football. Let's see. Look at that career record, 125-4 when he scores more than 31 points. Jay says Tampa would kick a field goal, a quick field goal, then onside kick and score again. All right, 2 seconds on the play clock here. And up there you go. So 52 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Just 52 seconds to work with, and you're down by 10 points right now. And so let's see, can Tom do it? Let's find out. But yes, Jay, that would have to be the strategy. That would have to be the strategy. So Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson, that would be a fun one to watch. Last year, that is when Joe Burrow, I feel like, had his best games against the Ravens last year. All right, but here we go, guys. 4th and 10. Punts on the way. Fair catch symbol. And it's going to be caught at about the 21-yard line. And so let's see. John says, come on, Evans. And so let's see. Let's see what Tom and the offense got with us with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Again, the Buccaneers trailing 41-31. Let's see. No timeouts to work with. All right, so let's see what the Buccaneers are going to opt to do here. All right, so here they go, line up in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap, looking. Going to throw it over the middle, and it's caught by the tight end. And he's going to pick up 11 yards on the play and a first down here for the Buccaneers. 35 seconds. 33 seconds. Tom directing traffic here, getting everybody lined up here. 30 seconds. Shotgun formation again. Takes a snap, looking. Steps up, going to chunk it deep. And incomplete. Incomplete on the play intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. And so, let's see. Ben says, why do the refs always have to get involved at the end of the Chiefs game? John says, come on, Evans. Jay says, keep them in bounce, Chiefs. 21 seconds left to work with, guys. 2nd and 10. Again, Buccaneers here with the football. From their own 32-yard line. Brady with the ball. Throws it. It's going to be completed. And so Mike Evans, he pitches it back. And so White gets out of bounds. 12 seconds left to go here in the 4th. And so again, right now, let's see where they're currently at right now. And so 12 seconds to work with, guys. Just 12 seconds right now. And so the ball right now at the 46-yard line of the Kansas City Chiefs here. Buccaneers can line up in a shotgun here. Again, if you are the Chiefs, you want to keep them in bounce here. Gets the snap. Brady looking. Throws it to the back. And so the back catches it and goes out of bounds. That's going to take off 5 seconds there. A lot of time for 1 yard to come off the clock. And so now, I mean, you were trying to get enough yards to see if you can get a field goal up. But at this point here, with 7 seconds left to go, just not enough time here. You got to try to even the field goal at this point. Field goal, onside kick, throw it up there. Just not enough time. So with 7 seconds to go here in the game, this is all about the stats for this one. So Brady throws it up there, and it's going to be completed. Gage gives it up. And so Godwin, he's going to hold on to it, and that's going to be the final score. And so the Chiefs win this one 41-31 here at Tampa. And so the Chiefs move on to 3-1 while Tampa Bay falls to 2-2 in this high-scoring affair between these two great quarterbacks. I mean, heck, they even shared grace to cover together on Madden and stuff like that in the past. But absolutely, Braden says, good night, JB. See you tomorrow. Yeah, appreciate you guys for coming out there. Great game. And so, yeah, appreciate you guys for coming through. Good night to you. Jay says, great stream. JB, looking forward to tomorrow night. And Jay says, Brady didn't shake hands. And so, there you have it. But yes, guys, appreciate you guys so much for coming through and joining me here. Gonna go ahead and end the stream, but make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, I'll be back tomorrow for Monday Night Football. We'll watch the Rams and the 49ers and that one, and hopefully, I really hope that one will be a good game as well. But thanks again for coming out. You guys are the real MVP. Good night to you and great start to the week as well. And so let's see, John says good game. Eddie says, good night, JB, and everyone. See you tomorrow. So, yes, good night to you. Everyone enjoy the rest of your night.